Hey guys, hi. So I'm going to have to be very ginger with my phone because I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, I don't know what's going on. It keeps cutting in and out. So I'm back. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. I kind of switched my camera view a little bit closer so the camera can focus and maybe won't get crazy on me. So anyways, let me just start over real quick. For those of you that are just chiming in, this is a live question Q&A about some of the questions I saw on my previous video, and I've been asked this question a lot. I answered this a year ago. I answered it a couple months ago, but for all my new viewers, I'm going to answer this again as best as I can. And the question is, how do I know I'm the twin flame or divine partner or the karmic partner? Because I know a lot of you guys follow tarot, and you see a lot of readers talk about karmics, and you see a lot of readers talk about twin flames, and you see a lot of readers talk about soulmates. A lot of readers tend to get scared and shy away from twin flames because they themselves, like you, got brought onto the journey based on some tarot channel that they believed they were a twin flame. They continued seeing a relationship with someone that didn't work out, and now they are angry. It didn't work out, and they say, well, that was a false twin flame. It's not real. Anyways, on to the next twin flame, or there's multiple twin flames. You know, they try to confuse you because they themselves are confused. If you have tuned into a channel where someone talks about there being possibilities of multiple twin flames, and that you can be a twin flame with a parent or a child or etc., or brother or friend, they are confused. I think they themselves got put on this journey by a tarot channel, and they saw some synchronicities and some similarities in a relationship they had with parent, child, friend, lover, whatever, and put a label on it, put a title. This must be my twin flame. I'm here to debunk some of those things here and help you on your journey, because you need to know if you're a karmic person or a twin flame or a divine soulmate. I want to make it clear today what the differences are from someone that is genuinely on the journey. I am not confused. You're only going to have one twin flame. That's it. I don't know very many people that have more than one twin. Do you? As far as being born a twin, there's no multiple twins. A soul that is split in half with the same makeup in a different way is a twin flame. That's why you have the yin and the yang, the perfect balance of energy. I hate having to go through these things again, so if I don't make it clear enough, just let me know in the comments, because I've done this more than once, and I'm trying to be as fresh and new and as explanatory as possible without sounding like a broken record, because I feel like everyone should know these things, and I've already said it, but I just want to be clear. Let me get a breath here. I'm not coming down on my viewers. Somebody had a comment, I feel like you're coming down on your viewers. I'm not at all. I love you guys. I'm trying to be as sweet and kind and as loving as possible. I am not a Libra, and I am not some Aquarius. So if I don't come off as awesome at getting along with everybody, I'm sorry, that's not my makeup. Okay, I have Aries a lot in my chart, and Sagittarius and Capricorn. I'm very frank and blunt, and that's it. That's just how it is. So I'm going to try my best to be as working well with everybody that I can. So anyways, I'm going to start right now with the twin flame, because that's what a lot of you are here for. No, you do not have more than one twin flame. You have one. No, not everybody is a twin flame. More like 10% of the entire globe is a twin flame. So you're not going to meet your neighbor and your best friend and Joe down the street and Megan next door and Chris at your work and Joe, you know, down at the car wash. You're not going to meet all these people that are twin flames. Very rarely will you meet twin flames and your friends. Not a lot of people are on this journey. You might have a friend in India and you live over here in, Washington, wherever. Okay, you could have a friend in Europe and someone that lives in Germany, and a friend that lives in Italy. You're all twin flames, but you're nowhere close. It's buffering again. Are you kidding me? I'm going to keep going because it's not on my end. You're tired of this twin flame journey. Okay, so let's just keep going and I'll hopefully answer that question of why you might be tired on this twin flame journey. A lot of you are tired because you got brought on this journey and you're not even on this journey. So a lot of you are confused and you're very stressed out because you're not even supposed to be walking this path, but you're forcing yourself to do it. Part of this journey is knowing intuitively in your system and every makeup of your body that this is for you. This is the path you should be walking. You're going to feel this magnetizing energy inside your heart and inside your soul and inside your intuition. You're going to feel it when you go to the grocery store and you're next to people, and you're going to feel empathic and you're going to be connected to their energies and you're going to see what they're going through, and you're not going to be able to explain all these weird feelings and thoughts that you have from perfect strangers. Thank you so much for your super chat. You're going to know it by the way you raise your children, if you have any, how you want to segregate them, how you want them away from society, how you want to separate yourself from social media, how you want to separate yourself from the world, how you're different, how you stand apart, how you want to bring everyone together, but at the same time you want to be isolated because you feel so much of everyone else's energy, it affects you on every level. And you're very empathic, and that drains you. It drains you energetically. A lot of you, as you grow on this journey, will find it very difficult to even go out to the store, to shopping, to being with friends, to going out at clubs, things of that nature. You do not fit in. You will not find it in your nature. This is your soul saying it serves no purpose. A lot of you that are on a twin flame journey will find these things are not your cup of tea. Because you as a spiritual soul are here to do something more than just enjoy the third dimensional life. You're here to do more than just go through third dimensional karmic cycles. You're here to break cycles. And you're here to experience a higher form of spirituality while in a physical body. And that's just the start of it. That's just the start of knowing you're different and you're on a different twin flame journey. I don't know for certain, but I do know most twin flames I've met have an RH negative blood type. I don't think that has to be that way. I've never met one that isn't. If I have on here, let me know. But I have never met one that isn't. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I'm not some huge biochemist, scientist, blah, 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 extraordinaire. All I know is there is something different in your makeup. Also, whether you are or are not an RH negative blood type, you most likely are involved in a healthcare field or a field of healing, okay, and in all forms. This can be pharmaceuticals, this can be surgery, this can be dental care, this can be nursing, this can be prenatal care, this can be, mothering, nursing, this could be taking care of children, raising children, this could be nannying, working at daycares, being a teacher, anything that has to do with teaching and caring for others. It's about giving to society. I've seen a lot of people be veterinarians or tend to care for animals. Even as a very young child, a lot of twin flames that I've known have taken on ill animals, even birds or little creatures in nature, and they try to bring them back to health. Something about the twin flames involves healing. On the higher end, a lot of people are surgeons. A lot of people, they just work in that field. Okay, a lot of people are masseuse, they do massages. Reiki healing, of course. Yoga, of course. Metaphysical work. Number one, if you're a twin flame, most likely you're going to get into the metaphysical world in some way, shape, or form. Psychic, intuitive, medium, tarot card reader, whatever, what have you. Even men. And they find a lot of men who are on this journey to be very spiritual. very spiritual, shamanic type men. Men that know how to meditate, men that know how to do yoga, men that know how to heal. Men in a spiritual form in a twin flame is powerful. They have this authoritative, commanding confidence in a room that is very alpha. Yet they can be very feminine. They can cry, they can soothe, they can touch, they can heal, they can get deep and emotional on a very deep level. So twin flames are deep thinkers, deep feelers, all the above. So that's just, the start. If you're a twin flame, I believe, it doesn't have to be, I believe everyone I've met is extremely on the higher scale of all of those things I listed. You either are into all of those things or a high percentage of those things. One other, you've been intuitive, I swear, since you were 1 or 2. You have a long memory. You've always looked out for others in your family. A lot of you have mothered or cared for your parents in some way. Somehow you were put on this earth and you were meant to nurture. So this is the energy of the twin flame, to nurture. The downside of being a twin flame is a lot of the times you're taken advantage of because of your overgiving, nurturing energy. And it's kind of like those scary movies, you're a light in the dark. The dark spirits will seek out the light and they will piggyback and cling on to you. And there's a lot of karmic vampires, energy vampires. There's a lot of people that will leech onto you to feel good. And that's why a lot of people do somehow end up in a codependent relationship to where they're sticking around for someone, not so much because you need them, but because they need you. And a lot of times you start to believe you need them. But really it all started, if you remember when you met them, it all started with they were hurt, injured, or suffering. You came into their lives and had a plan to heal them, to bring them out of some darkness and bring them to a better life. And somewhere in the mix of you coming in to heal, they leached onto you and you began to lose some of your power and dwindle down to a lower vibe. They took a lot out of you and you became a little bit lost. And you ended up believing that you were there for them and that you had to be with them for you. But it really all started the other way around. But that's what happens. You get confused. And that's why it's very hard to let that shit go and balance yourself as a twin. Now, I'm going to stop there. That's just a lot of things that twins go through, okay? Does it mean that no one else can go through any of these things? No, I've met a lot of people that go through all these same things. Maybe not all the same like we do, but they've been through a couple scenarios. Someone that's not a twin may have like 1 or 2 things out of the category. 1 or 2. They will not have 9, 10, or 15 things out of the category. They will not have a plethora of those synchronicities in their life. I've noticed with karmic partners, karmic people, when you see readings and people talk about karmics, these are people that are very stuck in a third dimensional template where it is about drinking, partying, sexual gratification, looks, what you drive, materialistic things. There's nothing deep. You'll meet a lot of karmic people that just don't believe there's anything past this life. There's nothing spiritual. A lot of atheists tend to be that way. There's just nothing. There's nothing out there to believe. It's just this life, what is it? You only live once, YOLO, that kind of attitude. You only live once. Live your life to the fullest. Look your best, eat what you want, enjoy your life. They're very greedy at times. It's all for them. A lot of karmic people, it's all for me. What can I get? What can I achieve? What do I want? What about me? It's very I and me. Spiritualist people are not. It's more we, you. What do you need? That's a very, different aspect. Now it gets touchy, and I'm talking about, this is being in my position as a spiritual tarot card reader. It's like surgery, man. You have to peel layers of onions and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I could spend all day talking about this, but I'm going to try to make it short. Now, can I separate that into zodiac signs? Yeah, because zodiac signs are like that. There are some zodiac signs that it's just in their nature to be a little bit selfish. Capricorn's one of them. Okay? You tend to be a little bit selfish. Does that make you a karmic? No. Do you have some of those personality traits? Yeah. You know, there's people that have a lot of drive materialistically or in their position or in their career. Does that make you a karmic all the time? No. It may be just in your sign that you are driven by financial reward. I am a lot of the time. Used to be a lot. So it gets different. What I mean by when people are really driven karmically, it's like there's no deeper self. See, I can be driven financially. I can be driven materialistically, guys. I can, you can. A lot of twins can. We all can. But the difference is we can get deep. We can be driven in that way, but we can also get deep into the realm of psychology, into the realm of emotions, spirituality, what's beyond this world. You know in your spirit there's more. So there's a difference, you see. Karmic people, there is no difference. It's either black or white. There's no gray. There's no maybe. There's no possibilities. They're very disconnected. And they're here to learn the hard way. Thank you so much, karmic partners in this lifetime, and there's someone you're with. They're meant to learn the hard way. They're meant to go through life and deal with a karmic debt. To let it go and to teach others to also let it go. So there are people reincarnated here to pay a very heavy debt. This may be maybe just getting their wealth. Maybe they were poor 3 lifetimes in a row and now they're meant to have wealth. Now they're meant to have prosperity. It's their time. You know, it's buffering again. I'm so sorry. So it could be someone's phone is dying. Check your phone battery because my phone looks like it's going fine now. But I have noticed if my phone dies, it will buffer and I plug it in and it stops. So I would check that. Anyways, so I got distracted. So anyways, there is differences, but you guys will realize when you're on a twin flame journey, you can do both. You're not stuck on one realm, okay? You're not stuck in one side of the coin. You can do both. So twin flames are very dualistic. They're very movable. They can do so much. They can heal others and succeed. It's about being a leader. Twin flames are about leading souls to the light, leading souls through karmic battles and helping them heal. So if you are a twin flame, you are to be a leader and you are to lead and heal. That is your calling. I believe you could be a special one of the 144,000, but we'll see how that goes. But 12 times 12, you do the math. Okay? And there's 12 zodiac signs. So there is double that, 12 and 12. And you've got the divine masculine, divine feminine, yin and yang, the dualistic couple. So there is something here about twin flames being the same soul split in two to live a life in a separate body, but the soul is kind of learning 2 things at once, if that makes any sense. So your soul was split up and you're meant to learn a divine masculine side, and then you're meant to learn a divine feminine side. You know? So a twin flame, in my opinion, is one soul, as in yin and yang, just like spirit, who is both masculine and feminine, who is both light and dark. That is God. You are made of the same thing, but you are split into 2 bodies here, like Adam and Eve. You are 2 different bodies from one soul. That makes a twin flame very different, doesn't it? Is that how all human beings on this planet are made and put here right now? No, not every soul and human being on this planet is one soul split into 2. It's a very specific group to be on a very specific life path. And one confrontation I have with other readers is this one bit of confusion that I think confuses everyone. That twin flames are supposed to get rid of all 3D templates, all of them. And you're supposed to be married in 5D. and have a spiritual relationship only and experience love and bliss with a soulmate. So your twin flame really has no purpose for your life here. It's just some spiritual connection in some distant, faraway place. That's not true. How could that even be true? Does that even make sense? The first thing I want to ask fellow twin flamers out there is use your common sense and your intuition. You're a divine high priest or priestess. Act like one. Stop following people that have no freaking clue what is up and what is down. It makes no sense at all. And if I know that in my intuition, well, by God, I certainly hope you do. Okay? So we're going to move past that. Obviously, you're meant to have some kind of life with your twin flame here, in some form or fashion of physical reality. You were birthed in two bodies with one soul for a reason. It wasn't just to grow spiritually. You guys were already in 5D, 9D. You were already up there living a life. Why did you have to come down here in this dimension, in this realm, and be physical? If not to be together and be bound. And even the very early first makers of tarot show it in all their cards. The high priest and the high priestess in the tarot deck are the original twin flames. It is the magician and the high priestess. They took the power and information as above, so below. The magic and the spirituality, they took it from above down here to this third dimension. They both harnessed it. They both started creating, using the power of what they took with them. The magician and the high priestess are one soul, two bodies. That's how the tarot even starts. And it starts from the Fool. The Fool comes down from another dimension, steps over the cliff, out of unconsciousness into consciousness, out of spiritual existence into physical existence. When he becomes physical, he becomes both male and female. He becomes high priest, magician, and high priestess. He becomes two. He's one soul, two. And that's why as you go through the tarot, you see the different sexes and you'll figure it out. And like I said, you can be male or female in these energies. It's just the energy that you're harnessing. So anyways, once you get past knowing what you are, you'll feel like this makes a lot of sense. Did you always know you were a twin flame? No, I didn't always know I was a twin flame. I wasn't born with this consciousness. I know I'm a twin flame since my youth. Could you? Yes, I guess you can. I only realized it when it clicked. When I met my twin flame, I didn't even know it then. I didn't know it till separation. That's when everything started clicking because I was triggered. And when you get in your twin flame journey and you get triggered, all of a sudden these downloads, these psychic abilities, these intuitive things that just pop up in your life will all make sense. And you'll realize that you guys were divinely put together, and it might even shock the hell out of you. You might look back at how you met and go, I cannot believe how divinely orchestrated that was. My God. In your astrological chart, maybe even prophesied by other people or psychics, the signs and synchronicities of your similarities, your paths crossing. It might just blow your mind when you actually look back and say, wow, that was a divine meeting. There's a difference. I met my soulmate, who is not my twin flame. It was also divine. I felt the sparks. I felt like I knew that person before. That doesn't make me a twin flame with that person. It means that is a soulmate, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But when you meet with your twin flame, let me just emphasize one more time how divinely orchestrated it is. It is seen in your astrological chart. You can actually see the place and the things around you physically from your astrological chart on your meeting. And I'll give you guys a link on how to find that stuff. But you can see it in your astrological chart, where you meet, what you saw when you met that person, where you were at, and how you met. Your paths will cross. So you already know. Now, a lot of astrologers do not believe in twin flames. I don't know why. A lot of them are men. That's one thing, but I don't know why. I do. I can look at a chart and see the spiritual path between two people quite clearly. So, anyways, that's just one aspect for me as an intuitive. So anyways, that's one thing. It's pretty much, getting down to the base of it. It's just that you've met them divinely. It was divinely put together, astrologically known. You were born meeting this person. There's spiritual synchronicities. There's telepathic communication. There's psychic knowings. It's also kind of intimidating and scary when you look in their eyes. When you look in their eyes, you almost see yourself. And it can give you chills, and it can get you a little scared at times. It almost seems otherworldly because you feel a little bit odd looking at yourself. You can see yourself in that person. That's why I find it very difficult to believe that people are twins when they hate their twin flame. They say they're a twin flame and they hate them. Or they say they're a twin flame and yet their twin is so different from them, there's no similarities. Like one person acts like they're an angel and a saint, and the twin flame is a psychotic, abusive, drug addict, alcoholic, shooting up heroin, taking it up the ass on the corner like a prostitute, whore. And they're like, I love my twin, but they down talk them to the point where they're so terrible. They have nothing in common. I don't see how that can be a twin flame. I'm sorry. Whoever that was that, says comments like that, how? Let's get back to our common sense one more time. How can you be a twin with somebody like that when you have nothing in common with them? Nothing. Nothing. I don't know what's wrong with you, but it ain't no twin flame journey. So I'm going to move on. When you look at this person, you see yourself in their eyes. There's a very strong soul anchoring, gut-wrenching, hit in the gut, smack in the head moment where you're like, oh my God. This soul is very reminiscent of myself, and our journey is so synchronistic. Their life very much mirrors mine. Not exactly in every single moment and every single timeline, but boy, do we have a lot in common. A lot. And it's mostly spiritual things. Like if you lost a parent at one age, they lost a parent at the same age, even if you're 10 years apart. If they're very family-oriented and close in their roots, so are you. If they have issues with their mother, so do you. If they're extremely close to their children, so are you. If you've been through 3 or 4 serious relationships, so have they. It's very synchronistic. However, it gets sticky. Because when you meet your twin flame, and I'm going way too long, I need to hurry it up. Once you get triggered, you guys go on this separate path. All of a sudden, things change. All these synchronistic little things you had in common up until that point of separation is now shifting and changing. The foundation is being rocky. All of a sudden, things are really taking a turn, a big turn. And you're like, wow, we met on point, every single thing up to here. We met so much on point. And now that we've met, we got into union. We've been triggered. Now we're shifting. Now I'm single and I'm pursuing this person, or vice versa. And the other person is getting involved in a karmic relationship, or they're still stuck in one and they don't know how to get out, or they're very ultra committed to where you're not, or you're very unreligious and they are, or, something like that. And you're very different at that time. And you're just like, well, you start to question, did everything I believe even make sense? Did everything I thought up until this point, was it even real? Because now we're so different, I don't know what to believe. This is what you're meant to think and feel. You're meant to be triggered. So that way you can start to go down your path, down your journey. So you can start to find your soul. Because here's the deal. Your higher selves agreed that both of you would meet At the same time, you would then be triggered. There would be a separation or many. And you were meant to do this to go find your higher self, because you both met your 3D self. You met your 3D self, and sometimes your twin is surprised how you look, what position you're in, and vice versa. So your soul may be like, wow, this person is not who I expected them to look like or be like. But your souls interact anyways, even with age, etc., nationality, etc. Everything's just, not what I expected. But it was all already in your astrological chart. So your soul kind of already knew, but when your body meets your other body, it's just kind of like, oh, this is kind of a surprise. So when you're going through that stage where you have this trigger moment and you guys separate, all of a sudden you're always thinking about each other. Even if the other person denies it, believe me, they are. Twin flames are one soul and two bodies. There is a cord, a very spiritual cord. I think it's silver. I don't know what other people see or think or believe, but I believe there is a silver, like a moonlight lit cord that is only seen spiritually, tied between the two twins. It's this link like an umbilical cord. And it links you guys, and you guys have this telepathic communication. You have a physical, spiritual awakening. When you guys come together with the Kundalini and the Shakti energy, and it rises from the root chakra all the way to the crown and the soul star chakra and above, it's beautiful. And you guys are bound and tied. And it's that cord, like the Kundalini. It's these energies. It's silver. It's these little energies. They spin around your spines. They spin around your chakras. They get tangled up together, because when you guys are together, these cords get tangled up in your chakras together. And then when you part, they're still connected. You see? They're still connected and intertwined. So you feel all these things between each other. Like a spider web, when something taps on the spider web, the spider feels it below. And that's why you as twins can sense when your twin is hurting, going through a physical ailment, a fight, an argument, a pain, or anything like that. You feel it. Like that tap on a spider web, you feel it somewhere wherever you are. Whenever they think of you, again, you have this wave, this rush, you feel it. It gives you goosebumps. It gives you chills. You know when it's the right time to reach out and when it's not. You know when they need you and when they don't. You know when they need space and when they don't. Anyways, I'm not going to go on and on. And then there's the sexual energy. So then you guys sexually have this bind, this tie that only you guys share. It's a very strong energy that is so, the chemistry between you guys is just, it's never going to ever be comparable again. It doesn't matter what kind of body you're in or how old you are. When your souls make love, when those energies are tied closer together, it is a shockwave of comfort and passion and enlightenment and strength. It fills your body full of this divine energy. When you guys come together, it's like you were driving on an empty tank and now you're on full. You have this sudden high. It's very intense, okay? And this only happens with that twin flame kind of connection. It doesn't happen with everybody, okay? Have I had a very intense sexual chemistry with my soulmate? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. We had a very passionate, lovable sexual relationship, and it was beautiful. It was one of the most, I guess, one of the better ones I can remember. It was beautiful, and it was very grounding. That sexual relationship with my soulmate was very grounding. What's different with the twin flame is it's not grounding. In fact, it's scary. It's, how about ground shattering? It makes me feel vulnerable and scared because there's no ground. You're weightless. It's like you're in space. It's not grounding. It's intense, but you feel like you're out of control. It's not grounding at all. So it's very different. So like I said, soulmate, twin flame, very different energy. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to get past the twin flame sex stuff. Let's just keep going. So when you're with your twin flame sexually, you guys heal each other. All your chakras are working at once. So the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, they're all in balance. That's why when you're, making love with your twin flame, you feel very balanced. Both of you feel very happy, very peaceful, very balanced. It's great. So let's move past that. Do not think everyone is a twin. Those are very different energies. When you've been triggered, you will feel pain and death and separation begins, and you'll have to get strong on your own. The reason I believe that twin flames are meant to separate is to become one with self, but it's not by yourself. It's one with your energy. Now, here's my other stickler that I don't like, and people comment and people get videos and they talk about, oh, we're all masculine and feminine energy. Danny, here.
Huh?
Here. I'm not done, thank you.
Also, can I have the rest of this?
No. No. What is... I don't like you having Coke.
Why?
Because you can have 1 cup.
Okay.
That's it. And put ice in it.
It's freezing cold like an ice cube.
It's to have more water mixed with it.
Okay.
Okay, please do that.
Anything else?
No. Thank you. Sorry, guys. My last focus there. Where was I even at? Oh my God. Help me out, guys. What was I talking about? Please help me, because I totally lost my freaking state of mind. My son was bringing in a liter of root beer and thinking he could have it, and I was like, no, what the heck? Please help me. Thank you. Oh, masculine and feminine is one person. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm back on track. So anyways, the people that do other readings and things like that, they say, oh, we're both masculine and feminine energy. We have both. That is for the common people. That is for the 99% of the other part of the world. Yes, everyone is balanced. These are not twin flamers. These are people that are normal people that are born here with their soul intact, and they are both a very good balance of both energies, okay? Twin flames are not. We're very different. We can come in a male body or a female body and be a different energy. It just depends. Everyone can do that, but I know especially for twins, it's very different. For a divine feminine twin flame, not a divine feminine soulmate, and I do both readings, but a divine feminine twin flame, you are majority, not all, but a majority feminine energy, okay? You know how, I wish I had a picture of the yin and yang, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You have the circle, it's got a dark and a light side, and there's a dot of the opposite in each color. There's one dot, just to separate. That is the symbol of the divine feminine masculine energy. So the divine feminine is mostly feminine with a dot, a little bit of masculine. Now she can harness that and blow that bitch up to like no other and be super masculine at times. Okay, but not majority. A divine feminine is majority feminine. So you know how those energies are. I don't have to explain. Divine masculine, same. When you're born divine masculine and you're that part of the soul, you are mostly masculine. That's why a lot of twin flame masculines will be very alpha, very leader. Okay? And that's male or female, they'll be very alpha. They will be in charge. They will be in charge of the show. They run the show. They're the ones that everyone listens to. You do as I say, not as I do. Okay, very masculine, very powerful energy. And the feminine is very caring, loving, nurturing, overgiving energy. So you can see why the twins suffer when we have to come into balance. That's why twins are so difficult to come into balance. Because damn, hot damn, you are way too much feminine and the other one is way too much masculine. And balancing that shit out is not easy at all. Because you only have a little bit of one or the other. And so you're being forced. Guess what? Surprise! I think you already saw this coming. Twin flames are being forced to mesh together and blend. This is why it's so important for you to come into union in 3D. So chuck those people's energy that says you have to only be twins in 5D. That is such, I'm going to be nice and just say crap, okay? You have to come into physical union so your bodies and your energy can have some sense of balance. And it's very hard to call in your person and become balanced and take some of their energy and give them some of yours. That is why in the temperance card, in the tarot, you see that angel, Raphael, pouring one into the other, getting the perfect balance. Just enough feminine, just enough masculine to where you guys can be 50-50. Very hard. It takes time. And I cannot believe it is snowing. It is May. Crap. Oh my gosh, it's like a winter wonderland. I have to take my plants in now. I am so bothered right now. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Do you see this? This is May in Colorado. Seriously. May in Colorado. Are you kidding me? Let me fix this. Whoops. Okay. Whoops. Anyways, do you see what I'm working? You guys, I gotta go out there and take my plants in the damn house. It's snowing. Oh, I'm mute. Hang on. Okay, sorry, I was mute. Yeah, so guys, now I gotta go take all my plants in the damn house because it's, you know, it was summer day, green grass and daisies and sunshine and beautiful yesterday, and now it's snowing. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I got distracted with that, but I looked out the window and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's a winter wonderland out here. And I think it's a sign things are changing, and sometimes we have unexpected storms out of nowhere that are meant to purify our energy. So I'm just going to work with it. Anyways, I'm just like totally like, wow, all my flowers, I'm going to have to shake them off and bring them in. And there's like there's like 20 pots out there. Anyways, I'm going to move on from the twin flames, guys. You guys get my jest, I hope. Yes, it's May. It is almost the end of May, and it is snowing. Colorado. Sherry? Yep, that's right. So here I am dealing with snow. Anyways, so your guys in your twin flame journey, you have to realize that you're balancing out energy. It takes time. You feel a very strange chemical pull towards your person. It's a magnetizing energy. You feel it like nobody else. One thing that I'm going to get to, and I'm just going to explain it very quickly, is, yeah, I'm a Gemini. Did someone make fun of my Gemini-ness? VC? Yeah, I'm a Gemini sun. Are you saying I can't keep it together mentally? I'm kidding. I usually can't, though. That's true. So anyways, you live in Colorado? Oh, I'm going to have to see you at a metaphysical fair sometime. I love that. Okay? All right. So anyways, there's one very important thing about being a twin flame, and I'll move on from it. Look at that, 44 minutes again when I say this. Your twin will put you on a spiritual path. You may have been walking a semi-spiritual path your entire life. Like you always felt it. You always were super spiritual, caring, nurturing, loving, all that stuff. Okay, you were very different. You stood out. You were even trying to heal your soulmate. Like you were taking baby steps with everybody else. Okay, maybe you got into meditation a little bit. Maybe you got into nursing and healing a little bit. Maybe you got into spiritual, magical stuff just a little bit, you know, before you met your twin. It was all baby steps. Now, here's showtime. You meet your twin and you take a giant, humongous crazy, insane leap into the unknown like the Fool, like I said in the tarot, into the realm of magic, mysticism, spirituality. You've completely walked away from whatever you've known. It's like, wow, the rug's gotten pulled completely from under your feet. You are now the ultra spiritualist. You are now the ultra healer. You are now deeply into tarot. You are now deeply into spiritual magical abilities. You are now deeply into another realm and what goes on with aliens and outer space and 3D and 5D and 9D and geometric shapes, animals, speaking to animals, like all these different psychic abilities, intuitions, mediumship, getting in touch with the dead, etc. You guys get my drift. Astrological, knowings of all kinds. Your signs, your chart, their meanings, the nakshatras, tropical astrology, Vedic astrology. It's like you dive into everything. All of a sudden, you went from tiptoeing on the water to being drenched sea scuba diving in that bitch. Like you are so deep into spirituality, you don't even know if you're ever going to come up again for air. That's it. You're done. We're done. Not going back. So that's kind of the twin flame thing. So you get put on this very deep journey. There is no way back. So yeah, can we just say the road less traveled? Yes, because can you imagine if the entire world were on this journey? Like a lot of these readers say, the entire world has twins. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine if the entire world was a spiritualist, a psychic, intuitive, and, spiritualist healer? Are you kidding me? No. Then nobody would ever need healing. Anyways, we're going to move on. So your twin flame journey, guys, you're very different, okay? Let's move on. I think you guys get the gist. Soulmate, I'm going to run through a little bit quicker because I'm going long on time here. You guys have a lot of similarities. Soulmates are beautiful. You, like I said with family soulmates in my previous video, you are meant to know someone before, okay? A soulmate is someone you've already known before, okay? A twin flame, yeah, you knew them before, but do you know why? Because you're the same person. You're the same soul. So it's really coming back into union. Hello, tarot, with the words union. Tarot and union mean one soul coming back bonded together as one. That's the world card. I'll explain tarot stuff later with twins, but you get what I'm saying here. The whole tarot is made up because of the twin flame journey. This is a very divine soul, spiritual, awakening, powerful journey. So if you're on that journey, it's not easy. Soulmate, it's a bit easier. Okay, soulmates are nice. Soulmates are a little bit more heavenly. And a lot of us twin flames are happier in a soulmate journey, to be quite honest with you. I have found myself at this time not capable of going into that again. I've already done that. I've already did that for 15 years. It was nice. I did a couple years with a few other soulmates, and it was nice. I saw in my astrological chart I was supposed to meet those soulmates. Yes, I was. They were part of my path. I was meant for them. I was meant for them completely. That is a soulmate. But you're not meant to stay with them. You're not meant to be in union on a spiritual journey. Can you be with a soulmate till you're old? Yes. Is it someone that I think you're going to reincarnate with in the next lifetime? Maybe. Maybe for another time. Maybe you'll be done with this twin flame journey this lifetime and you may just come into another life and just be all yourself, and you may just be with a soulmate. Why is that not a possibility? It's totally a possibility. But right now, if you are a twin flame, you're meant for your soul to go to this very high ascension. It's like a school. You're meant to learn these psychic, spiritual, healing abilities. And the only way you're going to do that is on this twin flame journey. So that's why I say not everybody's on that, because not everybody's meant to be the ultra most spiritual healer. Not everyone's meant to be the most intuitive tarot card reader and the most spiritual guider for people, to be the most spiritual guide for people on this path. Not everyone's meant for that. Not everyone's meant to be a leader. Can you imagine everyone going into the military thinking they're all going to be sergeants, they're all going to be leaders at one time? What about the rest of the military? There would be no other military. Okay, well, I'm still. Anyway, so it's going to be... okay, I got distracted again. Anyways, it's, you know what I mean? Not everyone's meant to be a leader. Not everyone's meant to do a spiritual guide. Being a leader is not making your job easy, and being a boss isn't easy. Sometimes being an employee is easier. Sometimes you guys working for the man, working for the boss is a lot easier than being the boss because you have overhead. You have to go to school. You have to know business. You have to pay your people. You have to know all these laws and regulations. You have to manage your time. You may work more than the employees. You may have more responsibility on your head than the employees. So, you know, being a twin flame doesn't mean you're better than everybody else. It means you have more responsibility and a little bit more on your plate. Okay, being a soulmate is like being an employee. You don't have all those responsibilities. You don't have to worry about spiritual ascension. You don't have to worry about overcoming deep-rooted ancestral issues from 6 lifetimes ago. Being a divine soulmate means you worry about the here and the now, the present moment, just today, just this lifetime. You're not worried about last lifetime. You're not worried about the next lifetime. You're not worried about soul ascension. You're worried about peace and harmony on this planet. And that's why being a soulmate is a little bit easier. Do you have a lot of these issues that I talk about on the twin flame journey as a soulmate? Yeah, you do, guys. You guys go through spiritual awakenings. You guys go through healings. You guys go through overcoming issues. You know, you guys go through a lot. So divine soulmates, you go through a lot of these same things. Childhood healings, healings from your past in this life. You guys go through a lot of different changes. So I just want you to know that being a soulmate is not a downgrade. It's not something to be not proud of. It's not something to tell yourself you wish you were a twin flame, or, you know, and I find it a little stressful because a lot of tarot card readers have channels and they talk about twin flame journeys and everyone's like, ooh, that's me. I'm on a twin flame journey. I want to hear these messages. And sometimes these readers are not even reading a twin flame message. They just title it twin flame to get everyone else that thinks they're on a twin flame journey to watch it because it's like a fad. It's cool. Everyone's talking about twin flames. You know, let's watch a soulmate reading and let's watch a twin flame reading. Let's all just, you know, say we're all of this. I think they're abusing their responsibility as a tarot card reader. And I appreciate people like Miriam Kramer or people that know what a twin flame is and isn't. And they don't claim to preach or read on the topic. They don't. Not to get likes or viewers or orders for personal readings. They just do it out of the goodness of their heart to be real. So for the readers out there that are, you know, title catching everyone and sending people on this massive wave of twin flamers where everyone thinks they're a twin flame, I'm here to tell you, if you found my channel, you can get clarity with me here. Because no, not everyone's a twin flame. And it's perfectly happy to be a soulmate. I've been a soulmate. Twin flames are definitely soulmates because that's who we were before we got on this twin flame journey. We were a divine soulmate. So a lot of twin flamers are going to see, oh, I'm very synchronistic on the divine soulmate journey channels and readings because I am that too. So twin flamers, you've been a divine soulmate, but now you're also a twin flame. So you've got 2 things to follow. You can follow both. But divine soulmates, you cannot follow both. If you're not on the twin flame journey, you will not feel like you're meshing well with my readings. And that's why I say if you're following people that do tarot and they say, oh, this is a twin flame reading, half the time I hear a twin flame reading on other people's channels, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm not even saying names. I'm just saying they're talking about twin flames and it's actually a karmic reading. I can sit there and listen to the whole reading and go, wow, that was a karmic reading. That was a karmic reading, but they titled it Twin Flame. They said this was ending and you're moving on to a new person and it's like all gravy from here on out. You got rid of the trash and you're moving on. That's not a twin flame journey. You don't get to move on from your twin. Can you move on from yourself? Does anybody here want to cut your legs off and say farewell? You'll just live your life without your legs. No big deal. You can't do that in a twin flame journey. You cannot cut your twin flame the F off. It doesn't happen. It's impossible. Unless you want to cut off half of who you are. You will never be whole. You will never be balanced. You will never be one. You will never be sane, and you will never be okay. I can promise you that. So yeah, someone said this twin flame journey is not cool. No, it's not. If you are a twin flame. Now, a lot of people, I do soulmate readings, so please continue to follow my channel. I also have divine soulmate readings, which is perfectly awesome, and I do love readings. I do soulmate readings. That is different than my twin flame readings. So when I just channel whatever I do readings for the day, I'm either going to title it a twin flame reading or a soulmate reading, and it's going to resonate with you. Okay? But I don't do both, and I don't bullshit you and pull your leg and say you are what you are when you're not. I'm not going to do that. So you need to be very careful. You will find by watching my channel, there are going to be readings that piss you off. There are going to be readings that you say that is totally not me. Well, then you're not a twin flame. I can help you out with that. If these readings do not make any sense to you at all, you're not spiritual, you don't want to wake up to your own healing, you don't want to balance your energies, you don't want to work on healing your other person, you don't want to do candle work, you don't want to leave a 3D template of your religion because it's too scary to get spiritual, you're not ready for the security net to leave, then I don't feel you're a twin flame, because twin flames do break the boundaries of all physical reality. They break those boundaries, those taboos. That's why twin flames are usually in a triangle, because there's always usually another person involved, or even a quadruple. You know, there's like a lot of people involved. They break that template. They're involved in multiple relationships, and there's ties and things you have to get unbound from karmically, and you're supposed to help each other out of it. So it's very difficult, and people that are very religious or don't believe in that, or are very deeply tied and rooted to certain things, if they have not yet cut those roots and are ready to fly, they're not ready to explore those spiritual realms. They're still very much earthly bound to a specific template of the way things should be. And twins see past that template. Okay? So that's why, again, tarot has the 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups. We talk about third parties. A lot of people that follow tarot are surprised. There's so many third parties, but when people are on a divine path, you're going to find that in the tarot, it does reveal a lot of third-party business going on. It's because of the templates being broken. Oh, thank you so much for your super chat. Do you read astrological charts? Yes, I do. I do, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm way too busy with my readings, and I don't even have time to read an astrological chart. Would take me 5 hours at least to get deep into your life. And I could see a lot of things. Where you met your person, when will you meet your person, what will they look like, what will you see, who's your partner, is this person going to live or die, how long your life will be. I don't want to tell all those things because of karma, but what you're going to do for your job, how many children you're supposed to have, what kind of parents you're going to be, where does your karma lie, what karma do you have to clear, what transitions are you going to be going through astrologically. Yes, all that can be seen in a chart, but it takes a lot of time. And that's because I've done tropical astrology charts and Vedic. I do both. I study nakshatras. It's very different. Anyways, so when you're the divine soulmate, it's very nice. I actually prefer being a divine soulmate. I prefer it. Definitely. I prefer it. I felt more loved and happier in a soulmate relationship, even though it was really shitty. Believe it or not, it was pretty shitty. And you think your soulmate's pretty shitty till you meet your twin flame. And then you're like, well, shit, I had it really good. I wish I would have made that work. You're like, damn, I wish I would have made that work. I didn't know what was in store for my ass. So that's funny. That's a funny thing. And you're going to miss your soulmate. You're going to love your soulmate. And that's okay. You can still love your soulmate 100%. You have multiple soulmates. I have 3 soulmates that stand out to me. One was my first love. Very special part of me. I was destined to meet that person. He brought a lot out of me, and I'm so grateful. And I still talk to him, still friends, still love that person on a different way, but I still love that person. But I went through a lot. That was the soulmate. Very special bond. And then my other soulmate was someone I was only with a very short period of time. We're very much alike, very similar. We went down similar paths. We think the same, talk the same, act the same, are interested in the same things. We're both interested in tarot. We're both interested in videos and technology. We're both interested in a lot of the same. We both love Disney. Like we should be together. We click so well. But it's different. I don't know how to explain it. We're more than friends. There's still a sexual attraction. But all I can say is the bond is not really deep. We have so much happiness, but the bond is not deep, okay? So that's another soulmate. And I love learning with him and talking with him and growing with him. I love it. And we're still friends, you know? And then my other soulmate, my kid's father, he's dead. So I miss him and I cry about him every day. I cried this morning. I cried last night. I miss him. We had a very intense bond. We had a very deep sexual chemistry. We planned on growing old together. We were crazy about each other. Bonnie and Clyde kind of love. You know, that what dreams may come. I really thought he was my deepest soulmate of all time. And he is, in a very spiritual way. But we were very different on some other levels. Religiously, we did not see eye to eye. He was very Catholic. I also grew up Catholic, so that was great for a time. But when I shifted and when I changed into the twin that I am now, we couldn't get along. He was not open to the tarot. He was not open to spiritual stuff. So, you know, you see what I mean? There was a block, okay? It was like we had so much in common and we got along beautifully. Sexually was like no other, you know, but we just had a block. You know what I mean? So we couldn't, it wasn't for me in this lifetime. Maybe had I been born not a twin and I was still into a very 3D template where I wanted to stay Catholic forever. And I was very devout Catholic and very religious, and he was, and, you know, we got married and had our kids and had our house and grew old together like my grandparents. Had I had that template in my astrological chart, we would still be together. But that wasn't for me. That wasn't my path, you see. So sometimes you really want something to work with somebody, but it's not your path. And so I already know all this looking at my chart. In fact, I saw that he was supposed to die looking at my chart. It's terrible. I wish I would have known that then, but I hadn't. I grew into this later. And once he passed, it was like something clicked. I was free. I was free from my soulmate because I loved him so much. My soul didn't quite let go. Even with my twin, I still had some small attachment to my soulmate. It was a loving attachment, maybe some distant, hopeless hope that we could work things out in the future. You know, there was that thing in the back of my head. Maybe if this didn't work, we could work. You know, maybe this person, every time he sees me, still smiles and lights his face up for me. And I still smile and light my face up for him. You know, maybe we'll always flirt. Maybe we'll always have this special bond. You know what I mean? So I had to let that go. So even with my twin, I would have never been fully my twins because I always held on to my soulmate in some way, even a small way. I still held on. This twin flame path for me has shown me that I had to learn loss and let go of my soulmates so I can go on my spiritual path and journey, which is what I do now. Spiritual healing, astrology, tarot card reading, mediumship, psychic abilities, all kinds of things that I'm exploring and growing every day. And I had to let that shit go. And so in my chart, you know, a lot of you know nakshatras, hopefully, I don't know, but I have Mula nakshatra, which is right before Sagittarius. It's like the very beginning of Sagittarius, right between Scorpio and Sagittarius. And it's all about deep, deep rooted family ties and bonds and feelings that you have to cut and let go of. You have to cut the roots and destroy the foundation to rebuild on something completely new. And because that was my main nakshatra, we all have plenty of them, but that was my main nakshatra for my rising sign, Sagittarius. So because that was my main rising sign, nakshatra, and the specific pada that I'm in, I realized through my chart that I would have to let go of a lot of people and a lot of things, a lot of family and a lot of my history and my roots and everything that was important to me. And by me being a Cancer sun and tropical, you can imagine I hang on to every freaking thing. So having to learn that I have to let go of everything I want to hang on to drives me insane, pushes me past my limit, to where I've lost my damn mind more times than I can count, my sanity, everything. I've just lost it all because I couldn't keep it together. But that was part of my twin flame journey, to awaken, be the actual awakened twin first, to be a leader and help guide my twin to the light. Now that's my calling. It may be yours. So I hope I've explained the difference between twin flames and soulmates. It is different. For all my viewers out there, please continue watching. Just because I specialize in twin flames and divine soulmates doesn't mean you can't watch my channel. I also do general readings, okay? I have monthlies that I do general zodiac signs, and I specialize in love, though. That's kind of my forte. I specialize in love and relationships. But even my twins, like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not twins. We're not soulmates. But you know why he says that? Because he doesn't even know what the freaking hell a soulmate or a twin is. My twin still has to awaken. Daniel, go to your room. Sorry. So anyways, he's much more awake now, but you know, you have to deal with a twin that you're waking up, that is coming to the light. My twins even asked me, can you help me spiritually guide me? Can you give me some guidance? He actually asked for my help. I was shocked because, you know, when I met him, he was completely against all of this. But he's felt me grow. He's seen me grow. And now he's tugging right along. And he's asking me for assistance and help in meditation. And I'm blown away. I'm just like, wow, yeah, let's do this. If you would like some help. A fishing pole.
A fishing pole?
Yeah.
We can get this off.
Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? It's like your twin will, once you start going on the journey, you'll realize that your twin will grow with you. But there is one twin that will be the leader, one twin that's awakened first. And there's a lot of readers that will actually tell you that. There's a lot of really good twin flame readers out there, and they will tell you the same thing. It's very true. And if they say that, they're on point. Yes, you do have to awaken someone first. There is someone awake first, and then the other person will follow. Sometimes it takes years. Okay, it depends how you grow. And I will say this, the more the leading twin grows, the more the other twin will follow. The more the leading twin stays stationary, there's my damn neighbor being a pain in the ass, 17-year-old again. Do you hear that? He's doing donuts in the snow. He's 50-something. He has wrinkles like a freaking elephant's back. Okay, and he wears teenage clothes, like hip-hop teenage clothes. He reminds me of, what is that guy on, oh my gosh, that movie where he was in California. It was Sean something, that little redhead guy. Malibu, like something in Malibu. What was that? Something fun in Malibu, and it was like a white boy wannabe gangster movie. That is my neighbor, okay? That is my freaking neighbor. Here, take that. Except he's 50. So, or more. He's doing donuts. Are you kidding me? He has this little sports car. It sounds like a farter car, and he freaking does this. It's so annoying in the summer, and then I'm trying to sleep at like 1, and he's doing that crap. Anyways, I'm sorry. My neighbor drives me insane. I have to get my focus. What was it called? Malibu's Most Wanted, Steph. You're right. That is my neighbor, guys. Malibu's Most Wanted, right there. In fact, I should show you. Oh no, he turned his car off now. Whatever. I'm gonna move on. I'm sorry, but my neighbor bugs me. But that's not it. Then he has his friend who's also old with no life, and he drives a bike with a motor on it. and it's really loud. I think he handmade it. So in my neighborhood, they both live with their moms. Okay, my neighbor, he lives with his mom, guys. He's freaking 55 or something, and he lives with his mother, and he still looks like he's 17. Anyways, he has a friend. By the way, they both never have sex. That's clear. But his friend comes driving here on his farter bike to meet his friend with his farter car, and they want to play in the street at like 3 in the morning, you know, like a bunch of kids. And so I'm like, are you kidding me? And my bedroom's there. I'll get out there and be like, excuse me, we're trying to sleep. You know, you could be, you know, a little bit more courteous. That would be nice for your neighbors. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm going to calm down. I had to vent with my friends. I'm sorry, guys. I really had to vent. My neighbor, I had to vent. I'm over it now. That was so mean of me. I was so judgmental. I'm sorry. I'm not normally that judgmental, but my neighbor drives me insane, guys. Okay, I'm going to meditate and clear my mind from that. I'm sorry, Lord. Please forgive me for bad talking my neighbor who's not a bad guy. Just whatever. Okay. Woosah. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys still watch my channel in regards to twin flames or soulmates. I know they're very different energies, but I want you to understand the differences. Soulmates are beautiful and amazing and awesome. I want you to stay watching if you're a soulmate. You don't want to be a twin flame, trust me. And if you are a twin flame, you'll know it. You don't need to ask me. You don't need to ask other people. You will know. You can also get confirmation by asking Spirit, please show me a sign. Example, I always get signs. I see his name everywhere. I get signs through music, knowings, looks in his eyes, just these weird, I run into him out of nowhere here, and I shouldn't. I just run into him. There's so much, guys. I just can't even begin to tell you. It's uncanny. So I know. And not only that, whenever I've gotten mad and fed up with my journey, this was years ago, but whenever I got fed up with my journey, there were times where I've cursed God, cursed the universe, cursed this stupid tarot life, and was like, I'm done. I'm done with it all. It's fake. It's all bullshit. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm crazy. I'm psycho to even believe what I've even begun to believe. This person doesn't care about me, doesn't love me. I'm stupid for even believing that he did. What is wrong with me? Seriously, I am not desperate. I have a life. I have options. What the hell is wrong with my brain? So I've been like, I told God, because I've always had a close relationship with God. And I didn't curse him, like, cuss him out. But I was just like, you know what? You've fooled me. You have led me down the primrose path. I believed with all my heart. I've had all these signs. You showed me this was for me, but no, it's not. And if this is the case, why am I suffering? Why the hell am I suffering like this? And it's terrible. And I'm doing all the work. This person is showing no signs of spiritual growth. I'm doing everything, and I'm fed up, and I'm tired of it. I've done nothing but give and love and heal, and I've gotten nothing in return. So I am cashing out. I am done. I am no longer your little guinea pig for spirituality. I mean, I've told him all this. I am no longer going to have tarot channels. I'm done with it. I'm just done with the whole thing. You can give it to someone else. I want to go back to living my life the way it was. I don't want to be doing this anymore. And if this is the case and you want me out, and I've told God this, if this is the case and you want me out, show me. Show me that you want me here, because I'm out. And I've told my twin flame in 5D, I've said, you know what? F you, okay? I have been on this journey for AKA amount of time. I've done A, B, and C for you. I've forgiven you. I've done so much for you. And what have you given me? Nothing. I am so done with you. I want you to prove to me who you are, because I'm walking out. And if you are not my twin, and this other karmic person you think is your twin or your soulmate, and you want that person, then go have that person. I release you from my life. I am done. I am cutting ties with you. I am done kissing your ass. I am done doing any kind of work and carrying you spiritually. I have carried you spiritually this entire time, and I am done, and it's not right, and it's not fair, and it's unjust. And I have been mistreated, and I deserve some help here. So if you're not going to do that and you're not my person, then I'm cutting you off. If you are my person, then you better prove it to me. You better get on your knees and prove it to me because I am done. And when I said that in 5D, when I talked to my twin and I was like, F off, basically, I'm out. I told Spirit, hey, I'm out. Twin, yo, I'm out. Peace out, everybody. It's been nice. It's been good. It's been gravy. I hope you enjoy your little ride with your little karmic bullshit. I'm out. I'm not doing fucking tarot shit. I'm not doing no spiritual meditation. I'm not kissing your bum, and I'm out of here. So enjoy your healing journey by your damn self because there's no reason why I have to suffer like this. Hell to the no. And I got my fucking wand. I was my Queen of Wands ass again. I was all happy. I was all in my Saggy energy. I was like, snapping the fingers and shaking the head like I'm out. I am so out. And I went to bed. Well, actually, I went to the bath and I put on some music. I did my little salt bath and I'm like, oh yeah, man, I released. I feel good. I'm done with the baggage, baby. 10 of Wands, your ass. I'm done. And then I went to bed, put on some meditation music just to calm my mind and bring me peace because, mind you, I wasn't all badass the whole time. I was bawling my ass off. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, Queen of Wands, yeah, but I was also Miss Queen of Cups, over emotional, bawling my ass off about the wasted time and how much I loved this person and felt rejected. So believe me, I was totally crying. But then when I got over it, I was Queen of Wands. You guys know how that is. So I lay down in bed and I'm listening to my meditation music. And I told him as I closed my eyes, I said, you know what? I am out. I mean it. And this is it. And if I am wrong and you are my twin flame at this point in the game where we're at, you better show me because I'm not doing anything else. And I shit you all not. I got a phone call from him. A phone call. And normally I only got texts at that time. Like we were only texting for like 5 months. I got a phone call. And he was crying at a bar with his karmic bullshit friends that I despise. And he broke down and was like, I don't know what happened. Out of nowhere, I fell to the ground in the bar crying. My friends came to me, rubbing my back, asking me if I was okay. I'm completely broken down. I feel like the weight is on my shoulders. I feel like I have the weight of the world on me. And I am so sorry for everything I've put you through. I am so sorry for everything I did to you. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I have no clue what I'm doing. I am literally just drinking a lot and drowning my pain, ignoring my life. I'm in a lot of pain, Stephanie. He's like, and I wanted to call you and I don't know why I called you. I don't know why I called you, but I felt like I had to. And I don't know what to do. And I was shocked because I was like, well, hot damn, this is what I've been wanting to hear this entire damn time. And now you're calling me at 2 a.m. after I had my freak out. And now you want to, you know what? I was like, you know what? Fine. Spirit, you want to play games with me, don't you? I was ready to walk away, man. I was like, I'm done. But, his 5D self obviously pushed him and told him to make that call. His 5D self, because I demanded God and his higher self, my other half, to do something. Because I said, I'm out. I'm 10 of Wands. I'm not doing anything else. It's not fair and it's not right. I need justice. I need to know that I'm doing this for a reason. And I need to know if this is my journey or not. And God, it's your time to prove to me if it is or it isn't. Because I've made a decision to walk away. And I think that that energetical, if that's even a word, that shift, that cutting him off, made his higher self shift and like zoom into his body. This is what I imagined. I don't know if it's real or not, but I imagined his higher self going into his body, giving him an overwhelming view of what I was feeling, of my 10 of Wands, of my stress, of my pain, of my tears, of my hurt, of my burden. I feel like his higher self pushed himself down here on 3D to make him feel it, to make him know it. And I really believe that. And I think that's why he called. Okay, I don't think it was for no reason. I think that God heard my plea. I think the angels heard my plea. I think that his higher self gave him an ass whooping and forced him to actually physically let me know what was going on, because that's what I demanded. And if some of you guys are out there and you're demanding answers, do it. Get how I did. I don't know. Do whatever you got to do, but demand answers. Because that didn't happen for no reason. It wasn't a coincidence that as I laid down to balance my energies with a calming meditation to balance I was listening to the twin flame balancing the twin flame energies. I put that on when I went to bed, and I wasn't crying anymore. I was good. And he reached out completely overwhelmed. So it worked. I didn't do any spells. I didn't do anything to make that happen. I just talked. I just spoke. I spoke to God, and I spoke to my higher self, and I spoke to his higher self in 5D. And I demanded action because I told them, and they were listening. I said, I'm out. And I think they knew I meant business. And whatever. It is what it is. So anyways, if you need confirmation, if you're on the journey, things of that nature will happen. And that's happened to me more than once, not to that extreme where I had a total meltdown, but to the extreme where I've been upset and wanted to call again. And I couldn't talk to him, and we weren't talking. And then, stupid farter car. Seriously, God, it's so annoying. And then I demanded a call, and I got one. So it wasn't, I get lots of confirmations. I get this telepathic stuff. There was another time where my person was having heartaches, like a heart issue. And I know my twin stresses out and has stress on the heart, and I worry about him a lot because of that. And when we first were really bonded, and it was like right around the triggering time, it was more intense than now. You'll find as a twin, once you've already bonded and triggered and your guys' kundalini has come together, it's really intense for like a year or two, and then it will kind of not fade away, but just a little bit more numb. You won't feel it as intense, or maybe your body's just used to it, so it's not as alarming. But I would have sudden heart stress feelings, and I knew that he was. But at the time, I didn't know. I thought it was me. And so I went to the hospital twice thinking that I was having a heart attack. And I was having a perfectly good day at my grandma's house with my kids, and we were baking cookies, and I was like, all of a sudden, I had this sharp pain in my heart. And I was really concerned. I didn't feel any pain in my hands, so I was concerned. I'm like, okay, well, this isn't a heart attack, but my mom had a heart attack, so I was worried about me. And I went to the hospital, and I was like, I'm having a severe pain in my chest. I need you to look at it right now. I think I'm having a heart attack. I don't know. And so they put all those sticker things on me, and they tested me out, and they were like, you're perfectly fine. I don't even see an anxiety attack. I see nothing wrong with you physically in any means. You're very healthy. Your heart seems to be doing great. In fact, you have a great blood pressure. So, I don't even know what to tell you. They said I would say it's anxiety, but you have nothing to be anxiety about. You seem like your day was fine. There was no stress indicators. It was just a weird fluke. I don't know what it was. They really just flat out told me, I don't know what it is, okay? Here's your bill. Send you home. Sorry, patient. I don't know what the hell it is. Gee, thanks. I hope I don't die tonight. That's kind of how I felt. But it happened twice like that. And I got very concerned. And when I saw my twin, like a month later, I just got the impression that he was going through a lot of stress. And I knew his dad had heart attacks and stuff. So I asked him, I said, did you have some serious heart pains last week at this time, on this day? And he was like, yeah, I did. I was at work, and yeah, I did. It was really, really bad chest pains. I said, do you get chest pains often? He was like, yeah, I do. I think it's from stress. I'm trying to work on that. I'm like, well, I didn't want to freak him out that time, because at that time he was totally not spiritual at all. And I just told him, I said, that's really weird, because I kind of have a feeling that I was feeling what you were feeling at those times. And he looked at me. He wasn't like, oh, you're crazy. In fact, he didn't say anything. He looked at me like he believed me and didn't say a word. And that was confirmation. He knew what I was saying was the truth. And there's a lot of times my twin cannot face me because he always has to wear sunglasses around me because I'm going to see straight through him on a lot of things that he says or does. And he just can't be in my energy knowing that he's a liar or he's doing something wrong. It makes him feel guilty and shameful. So he constantly has to hide from me. And that's okay. I deal with those kinds of things. But anyways, I just hope you guys understand with this twin flame journey. Those are some of the things that can happen. These strange connections, these weird feelings, these oddities, these medical oddities that are not yours. And yes, it's true. A lot of us can mirror feelings. A lot of you guys, if your twin is feeling sad or hurt at one point, you also may be feeling that way. So anyways, it is real. Okay, and if you're a divine soulmate, it's not as intense. I did feel things with my soulmate. We both had dreams at the same night before he died. So that was a connection that was unreal. Me and my soulmate did have an interactive dream, but we never really did before then. Not like where we were together at the same time in one dream. That was the only dream I had before he died. So it wasn't really a spiritual relationship before that. It was very real and very intense, and I felt his energy often. If you're a soulmate, maybe you relate to these soulmate synchronicities as well. When my twin got home, when my soulmate, and my twin does that too, but when my soulmate got home, I would feel he got home and I would call and he was home. If my soulmate was doing something wrong or in some kind of trouble, I would also sense that and reach out. But it was never him with me. It was only me with him. And I think that's because I was the spiritual one. And like I said, he was more Catholic, so he wasn't as spiritual. So I did feel things with my soulmate. It was a deep bond. And my soulmate was very protective of me, very in love with me, very attracted to me, and very protective of me. I don't know if I already said that. So there was a very deep bond. But it was not the same as my twin, and I just don't know how to stress that to you guys. I don't know how to tell you the difference, except for the fact that my twin flame is protective of my life, but not protective to be with me every day. My twin worries about me emotionally and mentally, but not enough to be in my life every day. It's like a very lenient, free protectiveness. I don't know how to explain that. It's like your twin cares about you on many deep levels, but not enough to be there in your business every day 24/7. Whereas my soulmate wanted to be in my business every day 24/7. So it's different. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. Okay. My twin's okay being separated. You know? So I don't know how else to explain it, guys, but soulmates are very different. I want you to know that when I do soulmate readings, it's very different. It's not the same thing. And please don't be misled on other twin flame journeys. If you see a twin flame reading, I want you to be smarter than the magician, okay? I want you to know that there's a puppet master behind the puppet strings. If you see a title and it says twin flame, and you watch the reading, and you know it doesn't really resonate with you, and it sounds more like your twin with their karmic, you need to switch that title and tell yourself, that is not my reading, that is a karmic reading. You are smart enough to know the difference. People that are very confused and don't know, they always look for answers. Is it? Isn't it? I have to believe the title. I have to believe if the reader says that this person is leaving a Taurus to go to a Cancer, that's exactly what it is. For a lot of people, it is. But for you, it could be different. It could be someone that you love is in a Taurus energy. And you should be smart enough to know what that is. A Taurus energy is Earth. And Earth is a feminine energy. And Earth is also a nurturing, protective energy. It's also a financially secure energy. So it could be someone that has their own business, is a mother or father, has their own home. It doesn't move around very much, very homebody, very structured, very logistical kind of energy. that is leaving someone to go to an overly emotional person, a very spiritual, emotional, feminine energy, male or female. You should know it doesn't have to be those signs. It could just be those energies. So I want you guys to know and study and know what people are talking about. So when you guys are out there watching all these different kinds of tarot card readings, you know exactly what's going on. Also, when people are pulling cards, and here's 10 of Swords, and someone says, oh, there's a death. This is over. This is a situation, a cycle that's over. Yes, that's true. That's one definition of the 10 of Swords. But what about the others? What about mental anxiety, mental torture, anguish, thoughts that are pounding in your head? This person could be suffering from migraines. This person could be suffering with mental anxiety or depression, like to the point where they can't be around people. This person could be very sensitive to noise and want to be alone. Very hermit-like energy. It's about leaving a stressful situation. It's also about the peak of a stressful situation. So when some people talk about 10 of Swords, like, oh, it's over. Yeah, that's true. And if I get that message, I'll tell you it's over. But sometimes the 10 of Swords means it's not over. Sometimes the 10 of Swords means it's at the peak. You have reached a climax of severe pain and anguish. It's not over yet. You're at the peak. It will be over soon, but it's not over yet. So you see, it depends on the reader and how you read it. And I want you guys to know these things. So when you're watching tarot card readers and they give you one explanation, you don't just fall for it and go, oh, well, that's my story. Look at the cards yourself. Say, you know what? There's an additional message in that reading for me. Yes, she said this person is doing whatever. But looking at her cards, I got my own little message. And I'm glad I watched that. Her message verbally wasn't for me, but her cards spoke to me. And you'll know. Some people get 10 of Cups and think, it's an ending because of the number 10, that they've reached the climax of the relationship. It's over. It can't get any better. And this person may be leaving that situation. There's nothing else you can pull from it. Yeah, that's true. And that's some readers' explanations at that time. Trust their intuition. They have very strong intuition too. But yeah, it also means a happy family and a new beginning. A new beginning and a happy family. It could also mean spiritual enlightenment at the highest level. So it's like all of a sudden you had an epiphany. You grew spiritually. You released some kind of karmic debt and you're free now. And all of a sudden your heart is soaring with happiness because you're no longer worried or suffering like you used to be about an emotional situation. Maybe you finally let your ex go. Maybe you finally saw the light about something and you're just like, I feel so good. And it has nothing to do about family. It has nothing to do about union. It just has something to do about you. So, you should know all those definitions of those cards. So when you guys are watching these readers, I want you guys to look at these cards and pay attention. And, when you get these titles, karmic reading, soulmate reading, twin flame reading, I want you to know there's more to the story. Okay, sometimes that twin flame reading is a karmic. Sometimes that karmic reading is about you. And that's what confuses you guys. A lot of guys and girls, whatever, just a lot of you guys is what I mean, don't know what you are. You're like, I don't know if I'm a karmic or a twin. Based on what? Based on the titles of other people's tarot card readings. It makes you question who you are. One thing I've known on this journey is you don't ever have to question who you are. You know who you are. I know who I am. You have to get there. You have to get here, right here, guys. Just please get there. Know who you are. And if you haven't got there yet, keep going. Keep going. You're meant to get to that point. And for a lot of you guys saying, am I a karmic? Am I a twin? I doubt you're a karmic. I think you might be a twin on a very early journey because you wouldn't be here on my channel, guided here, if you weren't. I also feel you wouldn't be interested in tarot or healing or spiritual growth. And you wouldn't be here, what is it, like 2 hours into this this video if you were karmic. A karmic would have given up in 30 minutes. A karmic expects short videos. A karmic expects, I don't want to hear that shit about healing and growing. I don't think that person's changing. You get a very pessimistic person. That's a karmic. Very pessimistic. And you can see it even in the comments, judgmentalness. Well, I don't like your volume. Maybe you should not have your kids walk into the reading like other readers. Maybe you should crop up your videos and make it better. It's a free video. First of all, fuck off. Sorry guys, I get offended by shit like that. But you know, secondly, it's like those are karmic people. Okay, they have no understanding for the spiritual journey. They're not interested into it, and you know, quite frankly, they could care less about whether they're ascending on a spiritual path or not, and they could quite frankly care less if their person is growing into a spiritual person. They just could really give two shits. All they want to know is three things when they come onto a tarot channel. Is that person leaving a person and coming to me? That's it. That's all they want to know. They also, karmics, just want to know one thing. Who's coming towards me? I'm done with this person. Who's coming towards me? I want to know my love. You know, are you not interested at all in your spiritual path? And what this person's going through emotionally, spiritually, mentally? Are you only concerned with the exterior picture? Do you only judge a book by its cover? Do you look at your lover and think that's it? That's the end of the story? They're in a karmic situation. That's it. Case closed. Move on. Next. Number 9. Next. You know, seriously. Do these people not even care what kind of feelings and mental changes are being made under the surface? Do you honestly think everyone out there on Facebook and all your neighbors and all these friends who are smiling from posing for pictures are living happy, full lives? Do you not think they're arguing at home? Do you not think there's emotional damage, structure issues, family issues, just issues, people watching porn while they're still married, people seeing other people, people that are claiming to be straight but they're gay? I mean, there's all kinds of underneath issues. Never judge a book by its cover. Never. And if you love someone and you have a connection to that person, you should care what is going on underneath the picture. Because if you are a twin flame, then your job is, as a healer, to heal and to help and to assist and to be open-minded and to grow, not stay stagnant in some template, just to grow. So my answer to that person that said, oh, we're supposed to disperse of every 3D template as twins and not live a 3D life. I don't know what whack-ass weed you're smoking, but I'd like some. And secondly, no, there is some parts of 3D templates that you have to stick with. You know, to have a family and a life, that's perfectly normal and happy. And as someone in a physical body, you are meant to experience A, sexual pleasure, B, family completeness, and C, oneness with your soulmate. Your divine twin flame in many instances. You're meant to experience that. That is a template. I'm not going to throw out all the templates. God created this world for a reason. The universe created this world for a reason. We are enjoying the sun and the moon and the trees and the grass and the earth and sex and children and family and homes for a reason. We were created to enjoy these things, not cast them out. So I find it very frustrating for people that... that's cute.
It was a new thing, and I need right there with that sheriff for your white desk.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. Better watch my language. Okay, anyways, we're meant to experience these things in this body. So the people that are all whack jobs that wow, I'm not going to say it. The people that are out there talking about spiritual crap that is like the utmost of utmost spiritual, and let's leave planet Earth and go be Pleiadians and get the fuck out of here and go live some spiritual world and live in some crazy ass dimension. We don't belong here. I'm not even here. What the fuck ganja are you smoking, dude? First of all, you have a body. Now, I'm glad you can astral travel and go enjoy 5D and all that. That's freaking awesome. I love that. But can you come down to earth just a little bit? Because I don't know if I have to tell you this, or maybe if no one did, but yeah, you're kind of human. I'm like, is this not common sense? Dude, you're kind of human, you know? You kind of live here on earth right now. So unless you want to like kill yourself off and go live somewhere, can you like try to enjoy this planet a little bit? You know, that's how I feel. And there's a lot of people on those shows like Gaia and all that stuff. I don't know if you guys watch that. I love all that. I watch that. But there are some people that are a little fruity tooty, a little bit out there. And, they're not really down to earth. And I'm glad that they can explore the realms and dimensions of all time. But we do live here on this planet right now. And it is about embracing who you are here in this time. And that's why Spirit says, enjoy the present moment. Be in the present. Love who you are now. Not who you were, not who you will be when you leave this body. Love who you are right now in this body. That also means this template of having an earthly life. You are meant to enjoy it. There are pleasures, there are fruits to be had here. So do not bankrupt yourself on happiness because you are so stuck on a spiritual awakening that you can't get grounded. Hello, grounded. As in earth, as in human, yeah, get grounded. And I think that's what that means. For those people that are too out there, you need to get grounded because you are way the freak off in some other realm. And I don't even know if I can kite your ass back here. I don't know where you are, dude, but no. So anyways, moving on from that.
I wasn't sleeping and I need to get this.
Okay, that's cute. You want me to open it?
No, I still have it.
Okay. So I'm going to move on. I feel like I don't know where I'm going with this. I should just erase this video. There's way too much yakety yak, 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 and that's not what I intended. I will probably record a video more about soulmates and twin flames because I'm not saying it's structured. I should have something written down and have pinpoints and talk about it, but I'm just I don't know, just talking to you guys like you're my friends at my kitchen table. I'm not even structured. So I'm so sorry if this is neither here nor there and I'm making no sense. But I just want you guys to know that there is differences and you guys need to get grounded. You need to know who you are. I think this journey is, yes, about ascension and being spiritual, but be careful who you listen to when people are telling you to go so far over the rainbow, you're not even on Earth anymore, okay? People that are telling you that, twins are not meant to come into union, you can just be 5D, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do believe there are some twins that are not meant for union, and I expressed that in a previous message, and that was for people that have, and I said female, not male. I have a very beloved listener that is a man in love with a woman who is 30 years younger, and when I said a older woman 30 years older than a younger man might have some issues coming into union, I did not mean you as that man being, I don't know how that got all confused and mind boggled, but I just want to be clear. There are some twins that I think will struggle, not ever coming into union. I said struggle. I never said an older woman who's say 60 or 80 or whatever and her lover is 30, 40 years younger, cannot come into union. There are some men that are very happy to come into union with an older woman, and it's been proven. Even, what's his name, Patrick Dempsey? Didn't he marry an older woman? Hello, it happens. It does happen. So I've got no problems with that. I'm just saying there could be some issues, and if there is an older woman that is a twin that is struggling to be with someone who is much, much younger than her, I would see there could be some issues because the only times I've experienced these kind of clients are clients that have met, say, someone 25, 30 years old, someone even much younger than me that has not lived life, barely left home, has never gotten married or had children, and desire all of those things. They still desire them. I do not see how someone who's lived their life and is a grandmother and has had a full life can pull someone that they, that is their twin out of that opportunity to just be in union. I didn't say it wasn't possible. I said that it seems like you could have some barriers, you could have some issues. So there are some twins that I think in that specific scenario, and I posted a video on it on my community channel. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was a French lady who was only 15 years older than her lover, and 15 or 16 years older. But when she discovered he wanted children, she knew it was over because she couldn't. All her kids were grown. So she found someone for him and released him. Okay, and she still missed him, loved him, and hurt him, and they were divine soulmates, if not twin flames. I really feel she could have been a twin flame. I mean, as spiritual as she was, as loving as she was, as healing as she was, that woman in that video, the aura I got off her was twin flame. She has a very beautiful white and pink aura and this beautiful blue aura. She's just beautiful. And it was more than her body, and her looks were amazing. She didn't even look her age, but she just had a heart of absolute pure gold. And the fact that she was so sexually bound to this man and loved him and was just so into him, and he was so into her. Clearly they were made for each other. Their souls were old souls. They were meant to be together again. But the timeline they were on was so different. And I really feel like this, and you'll have to watch the video, but the specific woman that I posted, her specific job as a twin flame at this place in time was to love him, to experience him, but to learn the energy of letting him go. She had to learn the lesson of freeing herself from her lover instead of clinging. So that was a lesson for that twin, okay? To learn to let go and love unconditionally, and love enough to give that person the opportunity to have a full life physically. See, twin flames can have physical templates, but to give him the opportunity to experience a full life here. And she still loved him even to this day. And he loves her still to this day. But he did experience some kind of happiness with a soulmate. And it was because of her. And the story was so beautiful because she introduced him to his soulmate. She found a girl for him, brought them together, and then left and was like, enjoy your life with her. She picked the perfect person. Only a twin flame would know if you're in that scenario. I'm not in that scenario. But if you are in that scenario, only a twin flame could love their twin enough to find the perfect soulmate and know who's perfect for them, because they're your other half. So this woman knew this other woman was perfect for her other half because she was part of him. So she knew in her heart who it was for him, like it was someone for her. It was the same feeling. She just got this. She said she was the most beautiful thing on two legs. She was beautiful. She was entranced with this woman. She felt a vibration. She just felt an instant knowing about that woman, that she was the woman for her lover. And she introduced them. So she knew. Only a twin flame would know. She knew. And anyways, later, 4 years later, after she left them and she knew they would be perfect for each other, she was right. They did have children. They had one child, a beautiful little girl with red curls and green eyes. And the little girl was told stories about her. And her mom and her dad was her lover, said to the little girl that a fairy godmother, a beautiful woman, brought them together. That this special fairy godmother was so beautiful, and she had this aura, and she was so kind, and she brought their family together, and she made it happen. So the little girl heard these stories from the woman and the man. They both loved this woman very much, even though she was still sexually attracted to him and desired him more than anything. The woman loved her. They had a very special bond.
What is this?
A box. So anyways, the little girl met the woman, and she was like, are you the fairy? She ran outside, and she was like, are you the fairy godmother that, my parents told me about? She didn't even know her name. She wasn't introduced to the woman. Her parents didn't say, hey, this is so-and-so, the woman that brought us together. None of that. The little girl saw the woman, ran up to her without ever knowing her. And the little girl instantly knew, are you my fairy godmother? Are you that person? She knew there was a spiritual bond between that woman and that little girl. And she cried. She couldn't even tell the rest of the story. She just cried. And she was so filled with love to see that beautiful little girl that looks like her dad and the other woman. She was just, her heart was full. And even though she missed him and loved him, she just felt fulfilled and complete, knowing that she did that, and she healed him, and she brought him love, and she brought him that child. Even though she couldn't give it to him physically, she found it for him. That's unconditional love. That's a twin flame in that position, in an older position, to where this older twin flame, couldn't give him what he wanted. she loved him enough to do that, and she lived a full happy life, and he lived a full happy life. And I do believe that when they reincarnate together, they're going to have a full happy life together, because their soul learned a very important lesson: unconditional love, true love, unselfish, unbound, just love, pure love. That is a big lesson, and that's what they learned. So that being said, that was for a specific group. It was for a group that I said you could not give the other twin what they want. And even though that man was ready to give up children and be with her, and she was ready to give up living a full, happy, single life as an older person without children because she already had them, they were both willing to give each other what they wanted. She knew in her heart it wasn't right. It wasn't their path. It wasn't what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to enjoy beautiful, blissful sex. Yes. Kundalini rising, Shakti, energetical sex, beautiful passion. But that life together wasn't meant. So they learned something. And like I said, it was beautiful. Now, is that for everybody? No. Does everyone need to get offended and say, well, I'm older, so that counts me out? I have to give him up, or I have to give her up. For that special person that was watching that said, we'll see what happens to me and my twin. She's 30 years younger than me. I was not talking about a man. I was talking about a woman. Now, a man is much different. Women can still have children with an older man. If you wanted children with her, I'm sure you would give them to her. If she doesn't want children, then you guys are in bliss. You guys don't have to worry about that. But I'm just saying, you guys have a lot more of an opportunity to make a life than it would be for a woman and a younger man to make. That's all I'm saying. It's basic, facts. An older man can still have children. They can have children until they're 100 or more. Women can't. It's just basic facts. I'm not trying to exile anybody out. I'm just stating the facts of the difference between an older man and an older woman with a younger partner, okay? Or vice versa, the younger partner with an older man or an older woman. I'm just stating the facts. Is there ways around that? Yes. Can you have adoptions? Yes, if that was the case with an older woman and a younger man. Yeah, you can have adoptions. Can you meet a lover that is younger than you that doesn't want kids? Yes. Yes, your 30-year-old man could totally say, I don't want kids. Great. Well, let's go have a party. Let's go live this life, baby. And you guys can travel the world. There's no qualms here. I have no qualms with whatever's going on in the twin flame journey. I was simply stating a scenario for twin flames out there that may not be meant for union. That's all I was doing. Just want to make that clear. It is a simple fact for those twin flames out there that may not be built or made for union in this life for permanent union. Okay, obviously her and her twin flame had sexual union. Yep, obviously they had communication and union and love, and they shared physical, but it wasn't meant to last. So there are some twins where it's not meant to last. Are there other scenarios like that? Probably. Does it have to be a big age gap? No, could be some other scenario. But I'm just saying there are some twins that may not be meant for physical union permanently. However, me as a tarot card reader, one that specializes in twin flame journeys, I will tell you this. I do feel with my whole heart, thank you so much for your super chat. I do feel with my whole heart that all twin flames are supposed to meet and get together sexually and physically at one point. I do feel that you guys are meant to bond because that is your soul coming into union. It's not just you and some other person coming into a union together. It's your personal soul coming into union with self. It's knowing who you are, triggering who you are, getting things done inside of you that need to be done. So I do feel all twins have to have that union, and it is sexual, and I do feel it only happens sexually. Because of the Kundalini and the Shakti energy. Okay? I do feel, yes, it has to happen sexually because that is when your body becomes one. That is why the Bible talks about it. That's why the tarot talks about it. The body has to become one. Two twin souls have to come together in some way, and it's not just holding hands. It is a sexual, fluid union. And you know what I mean by fluid. Fluid has to be exchanged. There has to be a bonding and a mixing. This also explains the temperance card. When you get further into tarot sexually, you'll know what that means. But temperance is literally the exchanging of fluids within each other. Okay? That is your guys' selves becoming one. And that is temperance. And that is the bonding of the yin and yang energy. Okay? So that's what it means on a sexual note with tarot. All the tarot cards can be meant sexually, by the way. Tower, sexual. Temperance, sexual. Strength, sexual. There's every single tarot card is a sexual card. You can read tarot in a totally sexual way without a sexual deck. And someday you guys can read up on that, or I may teach that. I don't know. But there is ways to do that. I haven't really done that on my channel. I might do that one day. Just do a reading, a sexual reading with regular tarot. We'll see what I come up with. But I'm going to do a reading here in a second because we've been yakety-yakking too long. I hope I answered everyone's questions. I hope I made it clear enough how to tell the difference. If you are still confused, please let me know and I'll answer a question. Who is confused here and can I answer a question? Me too, life path number 3. Thank you, yippee. Does anyone have a question? I'm going to see. Did you learn a new thing?
I'm flying all the flying house.
Okay, good boy.
And
What is the easiest way to get to the 5D? Oh, and thank you for your super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat. Let me answer your question. Who is this name? Star. I want to see my twin flame now. So you haven't met your twin flame, Star? I need to know that because that's very important. If you've met or you haven't met, if you have the bond or you don't have the bond, I need to know how to direct you and how to the 5D. Please let me know. I am confused. Am I a divine feminine? Okay, I will make it a little bit more clear. Let me answer this. I have been spiritually guided to step away and cut all ties with my twin. Okay, so some people have been guided to step away. Okay, so I haven't got another response on if you've ever met this person or not. I take it you haven't. I could be off, but that's the feeling I'm getting, Star, so I don't know. But if you have not met your twin flame and you'd like to meet them and you think you're a twin flame and you feel that and you've been told that and you have all these knowings, not in person, only online, that is a little worrisome. I do feel there's a divinely guided path to meet this person. I do feel you don't want to be catfished, you know. I do feel it's important to meet this person. I do feel that if you want to connect with them in 5D, it's about candle meditation. I want you to write their name, their birthday on the candle, maybe print out a picture, put that by the candle, meditate with that and ask specifically to have a meeting or a dream. Put a cup of water by your bed, okay? Put that picture on top of your cup and specifically go to bed in meditation to meet this person with that in mind. Go into a trance, kind of go into a meditative state where you can imagine seeing this person and interacting with this person. It's going to be like you're actually seeing them in real life. It's going to be an imaginative thought process. A lot of people struggle with imagination, so they struggle with getting to the 5D. If you have a poor imagination, it's not going to work. That's why Pisces are so good at being in another realm. At most times, Pisces are very good at being in another dimension. So you really have to use your imagination. You have to get very spiritual with it and imagine and put this thing in action. I feel that that will happen, and that meditative candle will really help. It's about a petition to meet this person. And you're going to say with your petition paper, I want to meet this person. I want to speak to this person, you know, and say thank you to the universe for it. Okay, so that needs to happen. You need to speak it into existence and believe it. call it in, manifest it. It's the same thing as manifestation, but it's 5D. If that person is really your twin flame, he will meet you there in 5D. You will have a spiritual experience, a physical experience. If that person is not your twin, you will not have that experience. That's what I believe. And the other person was, who was smoking? Oh, my neighbors smoke. Okay. How do you're still confused. You don't know if you're divine feminine or twin flame. I want you to know that if your person is a twin flame and you're a twin flame, you really have to be on that spiritual level. You have to be intuitive. You have to trust your instincts. It's the High Priestess card. You really have to trust your instincts. I think people that tend to be confused with whether they are or not a twin flame or divine is someone that's not grounded. And when I check astrological charts, I tend to find that people that really have that issue are people, and check your Vedic, but people that have the North Node or Rahu in their moon, with their moon sign. Well, obviously it's in the same sign if they're in the same house. My bad. People that have the North Node or Rahu with their moon in conjunction struggle. People that have Rahu or the North Node, quiet, in the first house also struggle, because the first house represents your head. It represents your thoughts. Okay? So it's your head. So if you have Rahu there messing with you in either your, your astrological chart in tropical or Vedic, in your Navamsha chart, which is your D9, if you guys follow Vedic, that's marital chart, your marriage chart. You actually have a chart in Vedic for marriage. This is what happens after you're the age of 35 or 34. And it's also what happens after you become legally married. I personally believe it's when you move in with someone, because I've seen the same effects with moving in with a partner and having kids without being legally married. I've seen the same effects. So it doesn't have to be legally married, but someone that you're really into, like living with and cohabitating with. If you have the moon there, you're going to be very confused. Excuse me. You're very loud. Okay, I'm sorry. So anyways, for you that are confused, you could have those issues in your chart. Like, I've only seen that with people that really have that going on. Also, people that have a conjunction of like 5 planets with their moon. They're screwed. They're completely confused most of the time. If this is your problem and it has nothing to do with this journey, it's like you just struggle with spiritual, conscious groundedness. You're going to need meditation, and you're going to need to focus very hard on cleansing your mind of any toxic and impure thoughts or any ramblings, any fears. Rahu creates fear. So the way you do that, for those of you that could be suffering, is saging your aura, saging your mind, holy water on your forehead, baptizing your energy with that, singing bowls, healing sounds. Meditation is big. I'm sorry. I just have to be flat out. People that have this issue, you need to meditate at least 10 minutes every day, period, or you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer from not being clear, and you'll never be clear. You'll never be clear. It will always haunt you. You'll always come back to the same cycle. Rahu is the new karma that you're getting in this life. Ketu, South Node, is the karma you're having to clear from another life. So when you're dealing with Rahu or the North Node with your moon, you have new karma to deal with. And it's about cleansing this current energy that you're in right now with your person, with your life. So yeah, for those of you that are really suffering, check your chart, okay? Because it doesn't matter what I say or what kind of healing work you have done. If you astrologically have a mind that is going to be messed with permanently in this lifetime, you really need to work on either Kriya Yoga, strong meditation, singing bowls, or daily. You need to have a daily routine. For you, especially. Everyone should have that. It benefits all souls. But it only helps those ones that are really suffering. Daniel, go to your room and leave him alone. I'm working here.
Alright.
So anyways, I'm gonna end up on that, but I hope that answers your question. That's what I feel from you. That's just what I'm feeling from you. It doesn't have to be, but that's really what I notice. Okay. So for those of you that are really suffering with confusion and you know, that's big. For others of you, if you're younger, maybe you don't know, I just want to tell you, you have to know inside yourself. And the only way I can explain this for you guys to even make any sense of what's going on in my head is this. And take my word for it. If my twin was to tell me, which he already has, you're not my soulmate, you're not my twin. We're never going to be together again. This is it. I'm not interested, blah, blah, blah. And I've heard that before, and then I've seen it bounce back. So it's just back and forth. But it doesn't even matter. If my twin told me that and it was like that permanently, and let's just say it hasn't happened, but let's just say he walks out of my life, just disappears, moves on, finds someone, marries someone, and I'm completely rejected, which I'm not, but let's just say I was completely rejected and there was no sexual interest, because right now we have a lot of it, sexual interest. We're very, very sexually together in many ways. So anyways, I'm not going to move on from that. But even if it got to that point to where I was completely rejected, which I have felt many times because of those issues I told you I went through, guys, when I cursed God and asked for clarity. When you get confirmation from Spirit that you're a twin flame and you're on this journey, that's it. There's no going back. You don't get to choose, well, I'm pissed off now. My twin doesn't want me. I'm rejected. I am not a twin and I'm not on this journey. I'm going to move on with my life. This journey is over. That's not what it means. When you get confirmation, like I did, where you know that you're a twin flame, it doesn't matter what you go through with this person. You know who you are. This journey is not about union, even though it has everything to do with that. It's the goal and the purpose is what I mean. The purpose of your existence here in this journey is not for the other person. That's half of it, but it's not all of it. You cannot be pushed around or shoved around because that half is not working out. And part of the balance and struggle is you're not paying attention to the other half, which is you. You're focused solely on one half, not the other. And if you become completely engrossed, encompassed, and I know I gave it to him, and encircled in this energy to where you're just engulfed in a fire of, I don't know how to say it. You're just consumed, okay? You're consumed with the union and this person and how this path is working for you. Then you're not balanced, and you're not even over here on the right side of the field worrying about your part in this as a twin. What is your mission? Are you doing your spiritual work? Are you running a tarot card channel? Are you helping people heal? Are you doing Kriya Yoga? Are you a massage therapist? Are you a veterinarian? Are you a doctor? Are you a healer? Are you a surgeon? Are you a shaman? Are you fulfilling your spiritual needs? Are you taking care of yourself medically? Are you meditating? Are you overweight, underweight? Are you healthy? Are you mentally sane? Are you taking care of your health? Are you taking care of your children, your home? Are you balanced? Because it's never going to make sense, and it's never going to come into union if any of that is lacking. You will find hurdles and struggles. And that's where you will find the confusion. Who am I? Because you're focused and you still haven't found out who you are. Find out who you are. Put your attention on that. And that answers the other person's question where they say they were guided to walk away from the journey. This is why. Many of you guys, me, have been guided. I did a reading like a week ago about walking away. It wasn't walking away from the journey. It was walking away from that energy right now to go focus on you. And that's being guided to walk away. Because we do get completely overwhelmed with the other person that we forget about ourselves completely. In some cases, completely. In other cases, just halfly, if that's even a word. Partially. So whether you're partial or wholly forgetting about yourself, either way, it's not balanced. And either way, you're going to be guided to get back to you. So that is very important. So if you are confused on this journey, you're like, I don't know what I am, who I am, it's because you're probably being guided to step off the journey to focus on self. And like I said, beginning of my video, rewind it if you have to. When you meet your twin flame, there are those signs. There are those synchronicities, all those knowings, those punch in the gut, slap in the face, you know it. You know what it is. And even when you get to the point where you question it like I did, you get another answer from the universe that you're not crazy and that this is a spiritual connection. And you're like, oh, well, okay, I got my answer. I'm not crazy. This person can hear me in 5D. Holy shit. What? This person actually heard what I said and is answering me in 3D. Wow. I mean, that was mind blowing for me. It was like, wow, I'm actually having this conversation with this person and I'm getting a reply here. I mean, it was pretty amazing. So anyways, once you get these confirmations, you're not going to look back. You'll know who you are. And like I said, it doesn't matter what my twin tells me or does. I know who I am. So he can be in denial all he would like. I know who I am and I know what we are. And I know what my journey is. And I know by meeting him, it awakened my soul on so many levels. I know who I am now. And had it not been for that man, I wouldn't. Had it not been for my other half, my other twin, my divine masculine, I would not be this person that I am. Even though I had an exquisite relationship with a divine soulmate, it never awakened me the way I'm awake now. I know what this is, and I'm never looking back. And when you know that 100%, every fiber of your being, every vibration in your soul, there's no doubts left in your mind. You're in a good place. You're in a very good, grounded place. And you will become the anchor in this relationship. You will become the rock, the solid place to call home. You will harness an anchoring vibration for your twin to know it's safe to love. It's safe to come out of their shell. But you have to know who you are if you're the leader in this twin flame journey. You have to know who you are. So the first step into getting closer is knowing this about yourself. So my suggestion for you guys that are still unsure is just get to know you again, fall in love with you, know you, and cherish every part of you, because that's going to anchor this person into this reality with you. And that goes for people that haven't met that person either. If you haven't met them, harness yourself. Be an anchor and they will come to you. You will call them in. There are also spells and candle rituals that I can put links to your channel for that other woman that said you haven't met this person, that you can call in your divine soulmate or your twin flame. Okay, a lot of it's just candle work. You don't have to do all the fancy smancy stuff with, come to me oil, blah, 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 oil, domination oil. I mean, I'm a firm believer of that too, but I don't need all that. It gets down to the nitty gritty to the point that I harness the energy. I am this earth. I harness all the energies of all these herbs, of all these earthly things. I am that energy. That's who I am. I don't even need all that stuff. I can just speak it into existence. But if you need something more real, more harnessing, get a candle. Hold that candle. Put your energy in there. Put a piece of you on that candle, maybe your hair or your tears or some personal oil, or I just get lotion, rub it in my hands, get the energy and rub it on the candle. It's what I do a lot. Put your energy in there and ask for revelations, ask for truths, ask for healing, whatever you need. Whatever you need can be given to you. All you have to do is ask. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be opened. But you have to be the one to make the move. It's not just going to be handed to you. So anyways, I hope that answers questions. Did I answer the clear questions about this twin flame journey? Is anyone still like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about stuff? Let me know. Let me know in the comments here. I don't know why this is such a big day for this, but it really is. This is a big day for these messages. I don't know why Spirit wanted me on here. I feel both. If they are karmic debt to clear up with each other so we can go through on the journey, that may seem why we are karmics. Am I right? Do you both have karma to clear up with each other? Oh, yes, that's definitely right. Can you have karmic debt? That's a great question. Can you have karmic debt to clear with your twin flame? 100%. Absolutely. That's what we're going through day in and day out. Karmic debt. Does that make you a karmic partner in a lot of these karmic readings? No. It just means you have some karma to clear. That's why justice is usually on your side. That's why temperance is here to balance it out. And that's why your souls are one soul and you're clearing karma together. It's like double duty. Healing him is healing you. Healing her is healing you. Okay, you guys coming together is killing two birds with one stone. In your life, it's like you're handling karmic debt at a very fast-paced level. Because when you heal their karmic debt, you're also healing yours, and you're healing more debt at the same time. So you're really clearing a lot. And that's why it's so hard for twins, because you have a lot of pain. Most twins have a lot of pain to heal. And that's the karma. It's not being able to let go. And I happen to believe strongly in my spirit, you don't have to agree with me, but if I were a soul that lived 200 years ago, and I had some traumatic loss where I lost my family to some tragedy or something, and I was never able to heal. Maybe I committed suicide. I don't know. Maybe I just couldn't handle it and I died at a young age from a heart attack, from serious heartache. Whatever it was. Maybe then I will come back in a twin flame journey to awaken spiritually, to conquer myself, to make a promise to myself, to make a contract with myself that I will never cling on to someone physical or this physical world so tightly that it damages my soul. Then I decide that I want to be split in two so I can have someone to lean on. Maybe you need someone to lean on in this life, someone to help you, someone to count on so you're not alone. Another energy out here to support you in your healing, because it was too much to do alone. I mean, it's just a thought. For some people, that could be a lot of it. And now in this life, we have a twin. We have another soul out here that's suffering too, that is our mutual suffering. And we're meant to learn this lesson together. And guess what? We get benefits. We get to hold each other. We get to kiss each other. We get to bring sunshine to each other's lives. We get to feel smiles and hugs and feely good stuff with our twin. We get to support each other on this journey. We're not alone. We have someone that's going through it with us. We have someone that understands our pain and wants to grow and heal with us. We're not alone here. And twins can be very good for that. You know, some twins are very good. It's not all horror stories. We have a lot of people that do twin flame readings that make it sound like it's all horror story. Yeah, a lot of people have difficult twins. Some people don't. Some people don't have that difficult of a twin. Some people just have a twin that has some emotional issues. Other than that, you guys get along great. You know, so some twin flames are not this horror story that everyone paints it. Some twins, unfortunately, have the horror story, but not everybody. Sometimes it's just a lot of crying, a lot of healing, and a lot of lovemaking, which is really good, you know, and you guys are really happy together. And there's going to be a happy life once you can come over these hurdles. And I do find a lot of twin flames that can come into union easier is ones that love each other unconditionally, keep the sexual bond strong, keep the friendship bond strong, are very understanding and forgiving, and are quick to heal each other, quick to heal themselves. I think that's important. I love to be quick to heal myself. If I'm going through a major issue, I want to turn around in a day or two. I don't want to stay stuck in an energy for a week or a month, ever. I expect to heal myself and come out of my funk within 24 hours, 48 hours the most. It's a quick healing. I have to know what I'm doing to do it. And I do. I get my gemstones, I meditate, I soak myself, I go on walks, I get out of my funk. You have to know how to get yourself out. You can't always depend on another person. So at the same time, it's good to have that support, but it's also good not to depend on them. That's when the codependency issues come into play. So I hope I answered that question good. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick reading, a little pull. Let's see what's going on for the twin flames today. No! Let's see what's going on here. Yes?
When is that to spring?
Daniel did?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I'm going to go have a talk with him.
And he said, this news gonna slap me.
Oh my gosh. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on 1 second. Obviously, my teenager's being a poo-poo head again. Be right back. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I got him a popsicle. Okay, so just a quick reading. I did a karmic reading today, so I hope you guys watched that. Anyways, I hope all my questions got answered thoroughly. Apparently, I can never do a short reading for my life. If God said, do you want to live, do a short reading, I'm not so sure I could do it. I really am just not so sure I could do it. I just try my best, guys. I try my best. But when your heart and your passion are into something, you don't really care about the time. You don't watch the clock. You just get into it. And that's how I am. I'm just into what I do. It's my passion. It's everything to me. I feel such a connection in this journey. It's just incredible. I'm so happy on this journey. I'm really happy on this journey. Even though I'm not in union, even though I have a lot of bullshit and karmics to deal with and blah, blah, blah. I just love my journey. I love my cards. I love you guys. I love the spiritual path. I love how I grow. I love speaking to the loved ones that have passed on. I'm so happy. I found a lot of peace on this journey. And I hope I can bring you guys some peace. That's my goal. That's my goal. Don't wear it out. Let's see what's happening for the Divine Feminines. Probably a lot of who's watching me right now. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Spirit, what's going on in her mind or his mind? What's going on with the Divine Feminine? What's going on with the Divine Feminine? Ace of Swords. The World. Page of Pentacles. God, I always get this. I always get this lately. It's like always there. I'm so sick of seeing this card. Page of Pentacles. That's a big one. We got divorce. Okay, we got separation, divorce, divine femme, karmic partner. So if there's some divine feminines with a karmic partner, here you are. Peekaboo. You're getting a divorce or your lover's getting a divorce. So that's some energies going on with the divine feminines. Let's pull one more. One more. What's going on with the divine feminine? You know what? No, screw it. I'm going to do a whole row of like a bunch of cards to fill my table. I'll do some more here, but I want to do a whole row. What's going on with the divine feminine? Please clarify the Ace of Swords. Please clarify the Ace of Swords. Please clarify the World. Please clarify the World. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Five of Swords. So there's a fight that leads to truth. There's some arguments that lead to glory. The World is endings. Four of Wands, an ending of a marriage. King of Wands, ending with, could be a Leo. Okay, we have Scorpio here. Five of Cups, sadness and regret. And the Sun, happiness and relief. When I get those cards together, gosh, I honestly feel like the feelings the divine femme, she's over. He or she is over. They've gone through a marriage divorce. They're ready to get with their King of Wands, who constantly breaks your heart. This can be a Leo for sure, but it's, Saggy is welcome, so is Aries. Scorpio is also here, but strong Leo. Just wanted to point that out, okay? Cancer is also here. So is Pisces. The point is, the divine feminine is going through an ending of her life or his life. This is the ending of commitment, the ending of how you pictured a marriage and a home and a family. You had an idea of the way things were supposed to be, and it's not like that. You're ending that entire form of thinking, blueprint, okay? Whatever it is, it's done. You've ended this way things had to be. You had an idea, an epiphany came into mind that, no, actually, I'm at war here. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my happiness. I'm at discord with my lover. Leo again. This is also Libra. Leo and Libra. Gemini too. And it's just like, this person's not who they say they are. This life is not what it supposes to be. You're learning the truth behind the mask. You're learning the truth behind the matter. You're reading between the lines, and you're realizing that this realm, this earth, everything that's going on here is not as it seems. And the love of your life, this King of Wands energy, this Leo, you desire more than anything, has left you nothing but heartbreak. Okay, that's it. Nothing but heartbreak. This King of Wands could be any of these signs, as I said. It's just someone that you're passionate for. Hello, fire. Passionate for. Someone you desire. Fire sign. You desire that person more than any other. See, doesn't have to be a fire sign, does it? But the fire energy is what I'm talking about here. And it's someone that is in charge and in control, an alpha male for most people. Does it have to be male? No, it could be a woman. Someone who's bossy and, controlling in many aspects. Someone who controls the way this relationship works. And the way they're controlling it is heartbreak with you. You could be a strong water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe this is you. If it's not you, let's talk about the energy. You're emotional. You're hurt. You're sad. You're burdened. You're stressed. You're feeling in despair. What else can I do? You ask yourself these questions. What else can I do? What can I do here? I feel lost. Lost. I've tried everything. I know this is my twin flame, 1111, Four of Wands. I know this is my lover, the world, union, twin flames coming together. There's an ending that will bring a beginning. So quit your crying. Let's get to the good stuff. There's an ending, but in the beginning is the sun, happiness and relief. You're going to be enlightened. This person's going to see the light. Yes, there's a storm. Yes, there's drama. Past the drama comes the new beginning. Let's get to that. Well, okay. The next one, Page of Pentacles. Who's on top? Who is on top? Queen of Wands. You, the counterpart. You could be a fire sign. Okay, but this comes up now because why? You're your perfect mate to your perfect person. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Thank you so much. I'm so glad, Melissa Rose. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that for my time. Thank you. So you've met your counterpart. You know what you're fighting for. You're not scared. You're going to stop crying. You're going to get off your soapbox and you're going to get up and you're going to fight for another day. Why? Because that's what people do. That's what family does. You fight for your love. You fight for what's right. Strong Saggy energy. But like I said, Leo Aries is welcome. See the bow and arrow? Saggy. And she's taking off her mask. So Divine Feminine, you're revealing who you really are. You're not going to portray to be that codependent person anymore. You're not going to be that weak person anymore. You're not going to be that people pleaser anymore. You're a better new person. You're stronger. You're wiser. And you're ready to fight. So you're standing your ground. Two of Swords, Gemini energy. You're making a decision for a Gemini or you're a Gemini, but you've made a choice. Either way, you don't have to be a Gemini. I'm just saying the signs. You're making a choice, and it is heart over head, believe it or not. In many tarot, the woman is blindfolded, which means logic is gone. She's not seeing things and judging them anymore. She has to search her heart. Normally there's a sea or a storm behind her. Her emotions are raging. She's searching her emotions to make a decision. And in this deck, she's got two birds, one black crow and one white dove. What do I pick? Dark or light? Yin or yang? Balance. She's choosing balance. She's making a decision. Nine of Swords. her mind is being racked. Divine feminine, he or she, because it could be male or female, up late at night. This is on your mind. You have headaches. It pounds in your head. No lie. Your heart aches and your head hurts worse sometimes. There are some days you wake up feeling like you're the sun, you're on top of the world. And there are some days you just want to hide in your room, in your bed. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to see anybody. You just want to be right there in peace, in quiet, in your mind, in your fantasy, in a world where everything makes sense. Not in this reality where everything's haywire. It doesn't make sense and you don't know heads or tails. You just want to live in this alter reality just for one day, just to have some peace of mind. Because the person you love, Knight of Pentacles, is taking forever. But you know that you know in your heart this person is yours and they're coming. You can trust it. You know it. You feel it in your bones. You know it in your soul. You just can't see it. But it's driving you mad because you feel your partner. You feel his, it's like what I'm feeling is every step this horse takes, every thump, you feel it. And you're just like, oh, the anxiety is killing me. The anxiety alone is killing me because I feel it. God, I want to see it. Just give me a peek. Let me see what I'm working so hard for. And then you get the Chariot. Cancer energy. This is swift divine success. Not failure, success. When you get the Sun card and you get the Chariot, this is a brand new, happy, divine beginning, okay? Let's just focus on that. This is definitely taking a turnaround. Your person is coming home. Your intuition is right. Your intuition saying this is your true love. Your divine person is absolutely right. You're not wrong. Everything you've been thinking, everything you've been feeling is on point. So have faith. Swift divine success is yours. Tell me about this separation from the karmic partner, please. Tell me about this separation from the karmic partner, this divorce, this separation, this ending. Tell me about this for the divine feminine energy. We have King of Pentacles. So we have someone that has a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. Financially, there's a lot of responsibility. King of Pentacles is usually married, which is why we have the divorce card. Can be an earth sign. Okay, you got your Virgo, you got your Capricorn, and your Taurus. But it's someone that's very grounded, stable, not moving. Someone that felt very stuck, but is now taking action on the divorce, on the separation. This person instinctively knows, High Priestess, what they want. There are secrets in this karmic relationship, hidden aspects, hidden things. This person is moving forward. This person is changing for the better. This person is turning towards divine intervention and divine help. Under that is desire. This person desires someone else secretly. High Priestess can be Pisces. Okay, so also Cancer, but this desire card is Leo for sure. It's about love, passion, romance. Again, this person could be a Leo or wants a Leo, or it's just the Leo energy. Like I said, forget the signs. Talk about the energy. Earth, you are not movable. You're stable, grounded, financially supportive, responsible. You stay stuck in one place. It's very hard for an earth sign to move out of a situation. No one here always has to be an earth sign, but that's the energy. So whoever's feeling stuck is stuck in the mud, literally in the mud, in the ground, because they're too earthy. Even if they're not an earth sign, they're too earthy. And if you don't know who's earth and you study tropical only and you don't know what the hell's going on in Vedic, if you're an air sign in your common tropical, Google it, normal zodiac that you're aware of, everyone's born and they know their zodiac, that's tropical most likely. And if you're an air sign, you're an earth sign. Period. If you're an air sign, and that's what you've always grown up knowing, you're an earth sign. So that's you or that's your person. Thank you so much for your super chat. Wow, thank you so much for that $19.99. Thank you for being amazing and helping all of us going through this journey. Well, I am so happy you appreciate that. Thank you so much. So again, it's this earth energy, and it's about moving forward. It's about having common sense, trusting your intuition, and going after what you desire. And this person's been very stuck in the mud for too long. Unconditional love is under that. So this person knows there's unconditional love, Cancer energy. Again, strong Cancer Leo in this chart. And those are right by each other. You could have a Cancer Leo cusper, just saying. And there's also strong Earth and Air. So again, Earth Air cusper could also be it. Or maybe it's just one to the other in Vedic versus tropical. But what I'm sensing here is true love, divine love being brought together. This divorce is making it happen. I'm going to learn more about this divorce, this separation. But what's going on in this karmic relationship? Look, bottom of the deck before I go is 2 cups. Divine soulmate energy. So this is a divine relationship. Spirit, tell me about this karmic relationship. 10 of Pentacles. See? There's the King of Pentacles right there again. 10 of Pentacles. It's about being stuck in a family. Grounded. Unable to move. Stuck in the mud. This is about responsibility. Wealth. Someone could be there for money. Someone could be there for responsibility. Somebody could be there because it's what they've been told to do, what they grew up to do. Someone in this karmic situation is actually married, because King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles is a marriage, sharing a home, sharing a life. This could be a reading for someone that is sharing a life with someone else. Is that Trump? Yes, it is, because he's the badass King of Pentacles. He's a rich person, obviously. So yeah, I picked him to be Trump. Whatever. So this person in the karmic relationship is obviously very, very grounded and stuck because of money or children or home or responsibility. That is part of this karmic relationship. Spirit, tell me a little bit more about this. Okay, I got a few others. So I got, see, 10 of Cups and the Devil. Soul torment is 10 of Cups. So even though they're 10 of Pentacles with their partner, they are tormented because they really want 10 of Cups. And they're completely tormented. I mean, this is like karmic hell, literally. Karmic hell. They're stuck in this binding contract or this marriage or this family of responsibility for show, when what they really desire is the 10 of Cups. Okay? And this person really wants to be happy, start a new life somewhere else. And what I like about Rhett Butler and Scarlett O'Hara, is the fact that she was married a few times before they got married. And he was ready to give her the world. He was waiting on her. So I feel like there's someone like Rhett Butler out here. Again, this could be a Cancer sign, 10 of Cups. This water sign could be waiting. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or reverse it, whatever it has to be. But there's someone in love. Water energy is about love and emotions and feelings, spiritual energy, mental mind energy. It's just about this subconscious realm of fantasy, okay? Dreams and imagination. And so this person, there's someone waiting, just like Rhett Butler. He waited so long to be with Scarlett. He tried and tried and tried. And she always got married. And then one time he stopped her and he was like, you know what? Marry me. And she was like, no, why should I marry you? You're this, you're that. He goes, oh, stop it. We're perfect for each other. I'm a businessman. I have all the money in the world, and you can't wait to spend it. You're beautiful, and that's what's wrong with you. You should be kissed and often, and that's what's wrong with you. You need to be kissed by someone who knows how. So the love and passion is here. You're perfect for each other. But she had an idea that she had to be with someone else because Rhett was not for her. But really, he was perfect for her. Perfect. And he knew she was perfect for him. The perfect little doll to dress up and show off and kiss and love and hug and, be his cuddly little love bunny. She was perfect for him. They were meant for each other, made for each other. Okay? And they got together. That's the point. You guys will get together. Okay? Point. End of story. Out of all the relationships, karmic marriages, bullshit, the divorce will happen and you will get together. And just like Rhett Butler said, I better catch you in between marriages because I always find you married and then you're widowed. So I better catch you in between. It's very rare that I catch you single. So I'm going to propose to you now out of nowhere. Yeah, it's not romantic, but I feel like I have to hurry because the next time I blink, you could be married again. Marry me, be with me, let's do this. I feel like your relationship's going to come together like that. It's just going to be matter of fact. It's just going to come together like poof. You know what I mean? It's just going to happen because you guys have been through so many karmic ups and downs, and now that there's a divorce pending or on the way, this person is going to make a move. There's a lot of passion, lust, and unconditional love. Eight of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, we got it earlier. This person's working very hard to get to you. Okay? Very hard to get to you. Tell me about this Ace of Swords for the Divine Feminine. Queen of Swords. Look at all these swords. Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Queen of Swords. God. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Feminine, you could totally have air in your chart and water and fire. Just saying. Sun, Moon, Rising. But I feel like you are making very big decisions. And you're cutting out the bullshit. This is all about truth, baby. You're in your power. This is Queen Elizabeth. You are in your power. This is justice, baby. You ain't playing. This is like, look how serious she is. She's like, do you really want to mess with me? Because I doubt that. Okay, I will have your head. Queen Elizabeth, yes, I will have your head. Don't question me. Don't push me. None of that. I've been around the block more than a few times. I know how to handle men. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Man or woman, you know how to handle the masculine energy. And I feel you're very in your power. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. You're like, I'm in my power. You know how to handle your man or woman sexually. No problem. You also know how to help them mentally. I see a lot of healing energy with the Sun and the Chariot. It's like you're healing them. You're very smart and strategic. You know what you're doing. And your King of Wands, King of Pentacles, you've got them in the bag. You're just trying to plot and figure out when and how this is going to come together because you instinctively already know it's coming together. You're just trying to catch this person in between the drama. And so you're ready to get a handle on it. You're getting control of the situation because this is your true love. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is your true love. Ace of Cups and the marriage card. Yep. True love. This is why you've got it in the bag. You know what your goal is. You know what you want. This person's going to separate with someone else and commit to you. And the Queen of Swords is making sure this new love is going to happen. And it's going to happen very quickly with her Knight of Wands, her Knight of Rods, the person that she desires. I feel like you're also going to use sexual advances to your advantage. Yeah, because the star card's under that. You're going to use the sexual advance to your advantage. Third-party information. Yes, you're the third party. You're waiting very patiently, balancing out your energy here with temperance. You're waiting for the ending, death. The end is here. You know it's coming. It's right around the corner. Breaking karmic chains, karmic cycles. You're both doing it. You know it's around the corner. You know it's happening. Braveheart. Okay, William Wallace, you're in the war. You're tired, worn out, but you know you're not going to give up. You're in it to win it, period. You're in it to win it. You're not walking away. This is not the end of the road for you. Let's see what Spirit has to say about all this. Divine Femme. We'll use the Divine Feminine cards. And keep in mind, you can be a man or a woman in a Divine Feminine energy. Oh, dropped them. Sorry. Okay. So the two cards that popped out for you, cut out toxicity. Well, yeah, that's why we have all these swords. You're cutting out all toxic things, even your own toxic situations that you see happening in your life, your toxic cycles. You're cutting them out. My path will continue to be revealed to me. And that's what's happening with this Sun and this Chariot. You are revealing your path as you go. You don't need to have all the answers now. It's all getting unveiled. You're a little bit in the dark right now. Little bit in the dark. Couple more cards, please. Couple more cards, and then I better go. This is the longest reading in the world. I need to connect with the elementals. So you need to connect with Mother Earth. Okay, you need to connect with that. You need to be in one with the earth, which is fire, water, air, and earth. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, fire, water, air, earth energy. You have to meditate and get grounded. This high priestess knows in order to work with magic, you have to work with all the elements. And I think you are doing some kind of magic, even if it's just alchemical. You're creating something out of hell, basically. You're creating this relationship. You're even calling it forward. You're manifesting it with this Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. It's like the magician here. You are manifesting this. You're bringing this to happen. It's okay to feel sad. Okay? It's all right. Don't beat yourself up because you cry and have 5 of Cups sometimes. Hell, I do that a lot. Just don't stay there. Okay? Just don't stay in that energy. Get in it and get out. Heal the sun. I do healing. I do energy healing in dream state. So there is some healing that you guys might do in your dreams, spiritually, energetically. You guys do a lot of this 5D travel like we talked about. You guys do a lot of healing. And let's get an oracle card here for the feminine. Spirit, tell me about the feminine's outcome here. What's going to happen? Well, we got the World. Got the World twice. Not only that, guess what's at the bottom of the deck? Happy family. The 4. Again, grounded energy. So you got the World twice. You got 10 of Cups and this one, which is basically another 10 of Cups. So you got 2 Worlds, 2 10 of Cups. If you want to know what your end game is, what your outcome is going to be, it's going to be complete happiness. The ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, okay, which is union. That's the cycle. Because here's the deal. You're meant to suffer, Divine Femme. You're meant to grow. Okay, yes, but you're also meant for a union. Like I said, third dimensional stuff. You're meant for this. You're meant for happiness. Don't think you're just meant to suffer. Suffer, 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 suffer. That's all this journey is? No. You've done your fair share of suffering, and now Queen of Swords is calling in her love, her soulmate, and her marriage, her connection, her happy family, her time, or his time. You're calling in the goods. You're calling in love and happiness. No more sorrow, no more 5 of Cups, no more being shafted. That shit is done. Drama's done. Okay, Queen of Swords is like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm done with that. Okay, next, we're done. We're just done. So I'm going to read that, and we'll just call it good, because this is like the longest reading ever in my whole life. I don't even know how long it is, but I know it's long. I don't even know. My kids are going to kill me. Seriously. The family card is about closeness and fun. A rainbow of the happy family talks about a time of joy and celebration, close connections that are available. So don't overlook the fun and the frivolity of being a friend or a family full of life. The value that you find is truly loving and relative, and it brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card could indicate a potential in meeting a perhaps very loving, fulfilling relationship with someone that might already have children, okay, or have been in a previous marriage. This is about challenges being made into a family. This ready-made family is ready for you, but it could be part of your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, a getting together, a wedding, hello, marriage, happy family, a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday party, or whatever. Enjoy. Open yourself up to a new, deeper experience of family. Tell yourself you're ready to see greater happiness here, and know that this family is just what you need and what you deserve and what you're going to have. So that's what's happening for you, femme. And you need to embrace it, because I like this. I like that it said ready-made family, because we have divorce, karmic partner, 10 of Cups. I feel there is already a ready-made family. There's already a family out there. You're already a family. You guys might be a blended family, or you might be a family coming back together. Children's involved, okay? Doesn't have to be your own, but children are involved. This is someone that's going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. Or you're going to reverse this message, and you're going to bring that person a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. Okay? So let's see what the World card stands for. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay, above which beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could especially be referring to creating or expanding a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you. And now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. And your path is getting revealed to you. So all these options are coming. Your marriage is coming. Your union is coming. A lot of you have been waiting for this, wanting this. Yes, there's a few of you that are single, never met your person, and hoping this is coming, and that this is in your future. It's just probably not as close in your future as some people. Some people may have been in this for a while. A lot of drama has already taken place, and they're waiting for the goods to come in because there's been a lot of suffering. And so for some of those people, this is happening a little bit sooner. By July, okay, June or July, this is going to be a union and an ending, an ending of a karmic situation and a union of a family. This is all happening around that time. For more details, you guys are going to be hearing from this person today or within 5 days. There's going to be a text or a message. This person is going to get honest with you about their feelings, about their heart. Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups. This person's going to talk and say, look, this is how I feel. I miss you. I love you. Or they're going to give you that look, okay? That look where you know all of this. It may not be said, but you're going to get this expression. You're going to get this confirmation and some kind of communication that the love is here and that the romance is here and that this commitment is in the future and coming very quickly. For a lot of you on the internet, you're going to see that this person may be portraying a happy relationship or acting as if everything is business as usual. This may make you feel sad, 5 of Cups, but just look here. You have the Sun, happiness and relief. You might also get some good news that this is ending. Or Spirit's going to give you some kind of confirmation that whatever you see is not actually the reality of it. It's not. You might actually see something that's not actually true. And you're going to get some kind of confirmation through a friend, through some kind of drama. Could be a Gemini energy, Libra and Aquarius also. You could get some kind of information over the internet that the grass is not greener on the other side. And this is going to give you some happiness and relief. You might even get confirmation that there's a separation online. That it says like it's complicated or we're separated or divorced or single. You might get some kind of information like that on the web where you're like, oh my gosh, this is insane. So you might get information off the web is what I'm getting at. I also feel like if you've been hurting 5 of Cups because the person you love and desire is in a committed relationship, 4 of Wands, it's over. The world is bringing an ending and you are going to get the new beginning. Your path is going to continue to be revealed. Again, this is all happening in June or July. With this Page of Pentacles, you might also have a child with this person. Okay, and you've been back and forth with, is this person going to be responsible? This person is taking a long time to be a father to my child or a mother to our children. This person is taking a long time to be very nurturing. It feels like it's taking too long and it's never going to happen. 9 of Swords, you're stressing about this. Time is ticking. You want the kids to be happy. If you're in a situation like that where you already have children, a page, a child, you already have someone that is not, taking responsibility for this family, they're going to be stepping up. Okay, especially if you've had a child with this person and they've only been very sexual with you. They haven't been committed. And maybe you feel like they've been committed to somebody else. I see that commitment ending and them doing the right thing by their family. Them actually doing what's just. For those of you that do not share a child with your twin and do not share children with this person, and there's already, like I said, this pre-made family, what I see happening is there's a new beginning. There's baby steps being taken in the right decision, in the right direction also, towards getting out of this, looks like a very long-term marriage. 10 of Pentacles could be 10 years or more, okay? This person could have been married 10 years or more, and they're getting out of it. This is a secret. They've had secret passion with you. It's an unconditional love. You've loved them even though there's been commitment. It's hard for everyone else to understand, but you understand. You know what this is. You guys both know the love is real, and there's just so many situations in between you guys that make it difficult. All these contracts, responsibilities, marriage is really difficult to get out of. It's not easy. You don't just snap your fingers and get out of it. So for those of you that don't have that situation, you know what I mean? It's like if someone is committed and someone is married, it's been over for a while. It looks like the King of Pentacles is definitely a married man, could be a woman, but it's like someone's been involved for many, many years. 10 of Pentacles, karmic partner. And it's been torment, okay? Because all along they've been wishing they could live a life with you, and they've been tormenting themselves, staying stuck in the relationship for money or children. Money or children is what it's always been. And they've never really expressed their passions. And I do see this coming out. There's an ending. The 10, does represent that ending, and then a new beginning. And with the world there, it's okay to believe that. So have faith in that is ending. The world is here twice. It's very loud and very proud. This situation is over. And lastly, I'll get a little message from your Divine Masculine on what they have to say about this entire situation with you and the karmic partner. What do they want to say? First, you get, I know you're my real soulmate. Okay, I know you're my soulmate. This is amazing. They just want to say, look, I know you probably don't think I know, but I know. And I may not talk about it, but you know in your heart intuitively that I know. So let's just not play patsy. Let's not play patsy here. I know you're my soulmate, so let me just get it out there in 5D right now to you. Let my higher self speak. Lastly, I was in denial. Okay, I was in denial the entire time. I was in denial about this relationship. I was in denial about the spiritual journey. I was in denial about who you were and what we were, and I just wasn't living my real self. I was wearing a mask the entire time. What else do you want to say, Divine Masculine? What else do you want to say about your relationship? I can't stop thinking about you. It's an obsession. Again, they just can't. Every day, you're on their mind. They can't even go to work. Okay, they can't spend time with their family without thinking about you. It's just a constant. The next one is trust in me. So whatever they're telling you, whatever they're talking to you about with this Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, they're saying it's the truth. If I tell you anything, if I confess anything to you, trust me. Okay, I know it's the truth. And trust me that I know you're my soulmate. I know you don't believe it, but just have faith that this situation is happening. This card is also saying that, they really want you to believe what's out here. Please believe what's out here. Stop, filling your head with fantasies and fears. They miss you dearly. They do desire you. They miss you very, very much. The next one is our connection is worth waiting for. So, again, that patience comes into play. It's divine timing, but it's worth it. It's very much worth it. And with the 10 of Cups and the happy family, yeah, I can say yes, it's absolutely worth it. Bottom of the deck, I'm healing and it's painful. And that's the bottom line. Bottom line, guys. And that's what's happening. You're both healing. You're healing in a dream state. Okay. They're healing and it's painful. Look what's under that. I feel heartache. Okay. Under that, my karmic situation is ending. Let's just leave it at that, huh, guys? Just leave it at that. End of story. End of story. It's ending. You need to have faith in it. You need to trust it. If you don't believe it and you're not claiming it, then it's not for you. It doesn't have to be. You can walk away today and say, nope, never going to happen, and go walk your path elsewhere. That's perfectly fine. For those of you that believe in this journey and are making efforts and strides to change and love yourself and grow and heal, because that's the most important key. The center of the reading is this healing for both of you. If you are all about that, then you need to know that this is a reality. It's not pretend. You need to know the truth, Ace of Swords, that Spirit is stepping in and handling business for you, with you. Okay? I'll just pull one last card and call it quits. I'm not going to read from the book, but I'll just pull it. Spirit, can you give me one last message? One last message for the ending. One last message for the ending. One last message for the ending. Ooh, I got temptation. I like that in this reading. Temptation. They're completely tempted by you. They miss you. Look at that. She is dreaming of this guy. and he's like a ghost, you see. He's not real. And I just really feel like they're completely tempted. They think of you, that whole I can't stop thinking of you. This is dream state. I feel like you wake up sexually turned on from your sleep. Like you just wake up and you're like, what is this energy? What is this? They can't stop thinking about you. They can't help themselves from being with you. It's like they literally have to be tied down or stay away from you, miles away, to stop themselves. Because if they get in your energy, if they step foot into your energy, there's no going back. They completely fall into temptation. And it's the number 19. Again, it goes to the number 10, new beginnings. So you guys are having a fresh start. The person that's ghostly in your life right now, if you feel ghosted, they're completely tempted to get back into contact with you and back into your good graces. I just feel like the sexual temptation between you guys is very high, very off the charts. And this person wants to come home. Like this person wants to come home to mama or papa. It's just plain and simple. They miss you dearly, and the desire is on point. And I think that's part of the soul torment. The staying away from you is emotionally too much to bear. They try to fill it with other things, drinking, smoking, maybe the karmic partner every now and then. They try to fulfill it, but they just can't, you know? It's that one thing, that one person, that one energy that fulfills them, and it doesn't happen anywhere else but here. And they know that. They feel that. And they can't stay away much longer because they miss you. And that's the reading, guys. I don't know. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked this video. It was really long. I'm almost embarrassed. I may just delete it because it was so freaking long. I'm just going to delete it. My ears are ringing. My throat hurts. I'm done. My energy is drained. I can't even talk. I'm just done. You're welcome. I hope I answered the questions clearly. I feel like a complete failure. I do not feel like I did this video justice. I don't feel like I did this reading justice. I don't feel like I explained twin flames and soulmates justly. Like, I just don't. I feel completely unsatisfied with this reading and this whole freaking video. But it's honest. It's real. It's raw. That's how I talk. This is who I am. If you were at my house talking at the kitchen table, this is what we'd be talking about. Okay, so I hope I did something for you. I hope it did something, you know. If anything, God, I hope you have some clarity. And, you know, just have some peace tonight, guys. Please don't go to bed worrying. That is just going to attract more worry. I want you to go to bed with a clear conscience and a clear heart that you're on the right track. You're not crazy. You're in this for a reason. You've been guided here for a reason. And this person loves you. And you're not living in complete fantasy. You're just part of a 5-dimensional world that nobody else understands because not a lot of people are in it. So don't beat yourself up because you don't see things happening physically. You know they're happening in 5D. You can sense them and feel them. Like I said with that night, you feel you feel the horse coming. You can almost hear his trampling and his steps, you know, riding and galloping towards you. You can feel it and sense it. You feel the rumble. You feel the pull. You feel the changes. I even think a lot of you feel the changes in you. You feel you've gotten stronger. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands is not weak. You're no longer in this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy. You're in a very authoritative energy, very masculine energy. Fire and air is masculine. You are taking a strong approach. You are bucking up. You're strong. Chin up. You're doing the work. You're facing this head on. You're having faith in yourself. You're going the extra mile. You're going the distance. And you will succeed. So I just want you to have faith in yourself. Because you're badass. Especially if you watch my channel. You're a real badass. Because not everyone can handle my words. Everyone gets scared and cries and goes home and dislikes my channel. They can't handle the criticism, dear God. You're being mean to your listeners. What's wrong with you? I feel like you're coming down on us. No, I'm being real to help you succeed. And I'm sorry. I don't come off sweet all the time, guys. I'm sorry. I try. Anyways, that's it, guys. I gotta go. I love you. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. And that's it. I better go. My kids are going crazy. I'm going crazy. My house is going crazy. I better get out of here. I love you.